tough and wanna hate this, although show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate it.
What's up, everybody? Thanks you guys all for coming and hanging out with the Southside Boys earlier today as we get you ready for the MLB 2024 MLB season as the warm weather begins and the baseball season gets underway in 3 weeks from today. But guys, we are also 4 weeks away from this Saturday in Philadelphia from WrestleMania 40. And today, it's time to go back 30 years back to Madison Square Garden, where we had the first ever ladder match. It's the 10-year anniversary. Cannot believe we've done 9 of these already, guys. And we are less than 2 months away, 4 weeks from this Saturday exactly, to WrestleMania 40. So today, on the Retro Series, we're going in the time machine to the year 1994, I think we're at now. 1990, I think 93, 94. So we're here to watch WrestleMania 10, the ladder match, and so much more. But today, we're not doing this one alone. We were supposed to have a couple guests on the show, but the other guest, some stuff happened, and he won't be joining us today. But that's okay, because we got a first-timer guest on the show, and we wanted to have this guy on, and he was just telling me he saw it. I gave him the list, and he said he wanted to come on for this one, so happy to have him on. And as I said, first time on the channel. We've talked a lot, and we've done some things in the past, but finally, coming on Tino's time, guys, let's welcome DJ Notorious from the Wrestling Revival podcast, one half of the Wrestling Revival. Let's welcome DJ to Tino's time. What's up, DJ?
What's going on, Tino? How you doing, man?
How you doing? Was that a good intro? What'd you think? Did I do good?
Perfect.
Hey, okay. There we go. I'm trying to judge my intros for everybody. I want to see if I'm getting better. I've been practicing. I feel like sometimes I'm like, so. Man, thank you for coming on, hanging out with me. I hate doing these shows alone sometimes, so especially the retro ones. So it's nice. And you were telling me before this is like your go-to WrestleMania. This is your favorite.
This is my favorite here.
Tell me a little bit, because as everybody knows that's been in the channel, has been watching all these. I haven't watched any of these ever. So tell me, why is this one so good?
Because you know what? It hits home for me. Anybody that knows me, DJ Notorious, I am a native New Yorker, born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, 1983. So when WrestleMania 10 came to New York City, it was a whole thing the whole week. I'm talking about WWE New York. They were at the Javits Center. They were at the South Street Seaport. You just saw everybody, Dunk the Clown, Repo Man just walking the streets of New York. So it was a big deal for New York at that time. And I remember watching it. My mom was like, hey, listen, you can get WrestleMania every year. And, of course, this one being New York, I had to watch. I was glued in, pizza next to me, fries and all. And
man, the fact that you remember that is just fantastic, because, you know.
It was utterly hilarious. It made the front page of the Daily News the day before.
Did it really?
Yes, it
People
did.
don't know what a newspaper is, bro. Like, I remember my grandpa would get a newspaper, and they'd like give away for like the White Sox back in like 07, 08, after they won the World Series a few years. They'd give away like these little baseballs, but you could only get it in the newspapers. Newspapers were good sometimes. So I didn't know that.
Yes, Mike Lupica, famous sports writer here in New York, did the story on, the classic HBK versus Razor Ramon ladder match and why it was good for New York, and I was stoked the whole day. I just had to wait. There's nothing like a Sunday WrestleMania, especially in New York. There's nothing beats it.
Man, kids don't. The only thing I will say is Sunday sucked, is because then you had to go to school the next day on Mondays. So that's the only thing that does suck. So these kids are kind of spoiled. They get the Saturday nights, but man, I don't know. There are some different about Sunday pay-per-views though. They always did feel like I was the same way. I always had parties with my friends. I always remember 23. Me and my friends had a party. We all decided to have like 6 or 7 of us over, and we all decided to walk up to 7-Eleven. And then we came back and ordered pizza, just like how you said at WrestleMania 10 and everything. And I just remember all of us just sitting there and just watching Vince and Trump in that match, and just them all getting everything, obviously everything going on now. But at the time, it was just one of those things, like as kids, we were like, oh my God, this is great. Somebody's getting his head shaved. And it's like those moments that you remember that now these years later, like the fact that it's WrestleMania 40 this year, and you remember that is just it's like the core memories. Like I don't know. Do you ever see Inside Out where they have like the core memory thing?
Yeah.
That little cartoon. I don't know. I think they're making a number 2, but man, I don't know. So, what other matches were on this card? Because if the people don't know, I should tell them a few of the other good ones that were.
I remember because I haven't even watched it back in a while since we made this announcement. So I was not going to watch it, but I believe Bret Hart and Yokozuna end the show. So Bret Hart, Yokozuna, appearance, of course, from HBK and Razor Ramon, which stole the show. That should have been the main event, honestly, in my eyes.
So okay, so I was gonna ask you, is that because that's a lot of what I've learned a lot too of watching these is like there wasn't social media like around like there is nowadays. So like you really didn't know. So like what was going on like around this time that was like why this should have been the main event? Just like I had Steve and I had Irish Wrestling on the Jerry from Irish Wrestling on the channel. They were telling me to let me know about WrestleMania 9 because they were like, this is the worst WrestleMania of all time. And it's just so interesting. So it's like, why do you say this should have main evented?
Because there was so much hype going into this because Shawn Michaels was starting to bubble up. He had the whole thing, he's the Heartbreak Kid. And ladder matches just weren't that big back then like it is now. Tables, ladders, and chairs, and it's like common theme. And then Razor Ramon, because he was that bad guy. But you just couldn't see him doing a ladder match. It seemed more for like luchadors and high flyers. So it was just like, what's going to happen here? Who was the baby face? Who was the heel? Because both of them really played that part. So it was like intriguing and seeing how they was going to pull it off in WrestleMania. So all that put together, it was like, this should have been the main event.
I mean, you're absolutely right there. And this is also Bret and Owen, too. This is the brother versus brother as we get in the Usos possibly this year. We've had Kane and Undertaker, but this was the first brother versus brother. What is it? Every 10 years they do brother versus brother?
It seems that way.
I mean,
now they got it to 40, so now it's time for another one.
Just like the triple threats. I've been figuring out these conspiracy theories, bro. Like they having triple threats every 5 years. They do all. I don't know, man. So we could definitely start talking about all the shenanigans that are going on now in the WWE once we get it started. But do you have it up on Peacock now and to press play?
Let me get that started for you right now here.
Just make sure we're in sync because the my computer, my controller don't want to work. I hate life, man. I hate controllers. I hate them all. They don't want to work. Nothing ever works.
Of course. Hey, I remember the days when it was just on the WWE network.
And though that was the easy days. People in the UK are so lucky they still have the network.
I wish it would come back. It would just be so much better.
It makes me so mad because I just remember. Do you also remember when they were on the network where like you could skip between the matches and like there was the dots? Like that was so easy. And then it would tell you when the match started, when it ended. There were no shenanigans. It's just like, oh my god, now I have to skip through a 7-hour show just to watch one match. I'm like, I'm just trying to watch come on now.
Let's see here.
So yeah, just let me know and then we can press play at the same time.
No, definitely. Let's see here.
We got Warren in the house. What's up? Buzzing with Warren, buzzing with Marlo. Thank you for coming by, hanging out. We got Eric in the house. What's up, guys? We got a lot of people on Twitter, so thank you guys all for coming and hanging out. Appreciate it.
Oh, definitely appreciate it, guys. Let's see.
All that. I did not know that Shawn and Bret's match was the co-main event, like the match right before the main event.
Yeah.
I thought it was earlier in the show because I actually just did the match. We were talking about Showcase before we were recording. This match is in the Showcase. So I did this a few days ago, and it's very crazy. Like, I'm very interested to see the parts that I saw in the game in real life and, see, what, I actually play in the game. Because, you know what I mean? Because, there's a lot of moments I got to do in the game.
They'll, stop it, let you go back.
Yeah, slingshot. I hope everybody does know in the chat, just so you guys know, when we do the Showcase next Sunday, we cannot show any of that. I got to make a picture so we could block the camera when they show that, and then we skip it because Tino don't want to get copywritten. And if you want to watch the match, do as we're doing right now. Come watch it right now on Peacock with us. But
I will tell you right now, from experience, WWE is watching everything.
Always.
Copyright strike you.
Oh my God.
It is.
I know. I posted a video. There was no audio. I made like a 10-second clip of the Hardy Boys returning. I put audio of the Hardy Boys music, and they still copyrighted me because it was on a pair. It was like WrestleMania. I was just like, oh. I was like, so then, but then why did you allow me to do one of the Rock when Rock was talking about WrestleMania babies at WrestleMania 30?
They do it all the time.
What's the difference? So I just deleted it. I'm like, whatever. There's so many things that we could do here on YouTube that if they allowed us to do, man, it just makes me so mad. I used to make like those hype videos too, like those promo videos, and I had to stop doing that because every music I used, it would get copyrighted. I'm like, what's the point? Like, this isn't even worth it now.
It's not worth it. But yeah, I am ready here. We got it all set up.
All right, let me know. Press play. 1, 2, 3.
Yes, 1, 2, 3. Wait.
1.
Go back. Okay, 9, and there's 10. Press play.
Yeah, see, I watched 9 yesterday. I don't think 9 was that bad. Like, I understand the ending. Like, the ending was not the greatest, but like, I don't think it was like awful.
No, it definitely wasn't that bad. All right, I got it set to 4 seconds in.
Okay.
Press play when you're ready.
All right, yeah, just press play.
All right.
And then, we're going back to WrestleMania 1. And now that I've watched these, it's like I'm like watching it because like I said, I've watched 1 through 9 now, and it's like watching these and now watching these promo videos. Like I've never watched them, so I'm like, oh, okay. Now it's like the oh moment. It's like, okay.
And here's the thing where WrestleMania 2 almost never happened.
I didn't know that. I didn't realize that, and that's something I really am surprised about. Like,
it almost didn't happen. They used a lot of local talent, Billy Martin, things like that, and Muhammad Ali, obviously from part 1. So it was like part 2 almost. It was like a real small chance it didn't go through, but I'm glad it did. And look, they say that's all history.
Here we are.
Okay.
I will say I'm mad. I don't understand. And you said you played a few matches. Why couldn't we have gotten a match from WrestleMania 1? Why couldn't have the Hogan and that tag team match? I feel like that could have been on there. And why was Mr. T blurred out? Because it's like Mr. T.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I didn't understand that.
Oh my gosh, look at this old Madison Square Garden. Oh man.
It's so weird. Like,
oh,
like even like watching WrestleMania like 13, like it's in Chicago. Like I didn't start going to shows until like 2017 or 18, so I never went to like any of the older shows. But even watching it and then going to the arena, it's like, how is that the same arena? Like it's so crazy.
Yeah, and I mean Madison Square Garden has had 2 renovations since WrestleMania 10, so it's just wow. Whew.
Time flies.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, here it is 40 and 30 years ago we're going
right back. Like Jesus Christ. So the other thing too is I collect the action figures, and now I'm starting to figure out where all these action figures are from. So this guy, we don't want to talk about him in the ring right now, but I have this figure and I'm like, it's like a fucking. Well, I just never knew that that's where they made the figures. I thought it was just like they made like attires and I didn't know they were all from special moments.
Yeah.
Liz, like, just like I got the 2-pack, the Amazon one of this, the Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels. I got it sent to my mom's house in Wisconsin though, but I never realized like that was like the first ever ladder match until I started like looking at it, because I'm like, why is this so like, but I was just like, I don't know. I was the guy that can never go past when he was like, I always went to like 1996 was the farthest I would go.
Oh man! So
like I've never watched like the first ever Royal Rumble. Like I want to go and watch all of those, and so like I'm trying to rewatch them because I'm trying to like understand the history and like I feel like I should know these things.
And it was a thing too where I don't know what happened in between, but it was like every 10 years it was supposed to be at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, I see. They said that in the documentary. You ever watch that True WrestleMania documentary?
Yes.
They said it. They said that, and I watch it every year right before WrestleMania, like right before the Royal Rumble, and they said it, and it never happened. After 20, it was like,
Yeah,
I go to New Orleans twice.
Stadiums and at that point, but No, it was supposed to be every 10 years in Madison Square Garden. And
It should have been. It should have been. Man.
really happened. I mean, you brought the stars out. This was like the place to be. Was WrestleMania Sunday. I mean, Little
Who is
Richard
this?
doing. That is Little Richard.
I was
Little
wondering,
Richard.
they look so familiar. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yes. I mean, they don't even really do that anymore. Like when
We got
artists-
Macho and Crush. The fact that Crush and Doink was a match at WrestleMania was even funnier yesterday. And then there was Double Doink. True. Oh, why
Oh,
did I have to say that? Now I just gave myself anxiety. But
it's just one of those. Hey, remember like WrestleMania? They had the gold ropes. You don't even get that anymore.
nah, man, the ropes were so different, and like the rope, like the white ropes too for certain shows, and like the I don't know, they just like they just don't care about the like the authentics no more like they used to. It's just like what happened to like the old style like where everyone would have like a different theme or like
Yeah.
they just got lazy is what it was.
Because, I mean, I thought about it today, and I was like, wow, like, the theme song for WrestleMania 10 was used for quite a few WrestleManias back to back to back.
I mean,
And
look
then
at
turned
the
into Live
weekend,
Man
bro.
Thing.
The weekend now that they've had a song every year for the last like 7 years, I think now.
Yeah, the weekend always has something.
It's
At
like,
WrestleMania. He must have that in his contract.
I like the weekend, but we're getting too much of the weekend now. Like I need some like songs like Limp Bizkit and Back in my life and songs like that and like, but you know they don't want to do that now.
No, I thought that was changing over when Cardi B did a few that SummerSlam, I think a year or two ago.
Yeah,
Going in a different direction, but I was like, oh, back to the weekend. Here we go.
back to the weekend.
So,
If you could say who would be your favorite like person to sing the national anthem? I don't know. This is pretty damn cool.
oh, wow. Okay, if it was for the national anthem, I probably would have to go with God Rest Her Soul, Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
I would have to go with Whitney Houston.
Which year? Which one did she do it at? 20? Was it 20? 20?
I believe it was in the 20s. I'm thinking 21. That was in California.
That was the last Hollywood one.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that was the one. Don't hold me to that, guys, but I think that was the one. But yeah, if I had to choose one, it would definitely be her.
Thank you.
There we go, Little Richard.
Little Richard. So great. He's just the people that they had, like especially like watching like the first one and seeing like who's the redheaded girl that Cyndi Lauper, there we go.
Yes, Cyndi Lauper.
Like it just like even like I was saying it too, like I always talk about it, like how there was no entrances and how there was just like backstage and this and that, and now like it goes to where it's at. Oh, we got Mr. Is this Jerry's first Mania? Because JR was on 9.
Yes, so I think for 10 it was. Yes.
I think I actually have this Funko Pop too.
Yeah, it definitely is 10 because Jerry's looking around like, wow, I can't believe I'm here.
Oh my god, isn't that crazy? That man, Jerry and JR are just that's it. That's my childhood.
Oh man, the purple seats in the garden. Oh man, the memories.
Man, those purple seats were. He said, "Damn."
Jeez. Pure nostalgia right now. But yes, brother versus brother here. This was good. This was a very good match. Let's just go back and remember. Who remembers Coliseum home video? Okay.
My grandpa, my uncle, I guess I would say my like great uncle or whatever, had all of the VHSs of like the first like probably like 10 or 11 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just one of those things that's just like so crazy, like you think about it, like you know what I mean, like how like they had like the Coliseum home video, the VHSs, they have like all the bundles now. Now we can watch it on Peacock. It's just like
with a push of a button, like
literally. Like if we want to, we can just go watch WrestleMania 11 right away. It's just like
it's just there for you. You can just do whatever you want. But wow, just
and there was no like SmackDown or anything, and it was like WWF superstars.
Yeah.
And then, like Raw, like it's so great, like too, because like I was trying to find a way to watch like the builds to these, And I was like, oh yeah, Raw didn't come in until a certain time. I was
Right.
like, oh okay, so
Yeah, it was literally just WWF Superstars. That was a Saturday afternoon, 12 noon.
oh,
Like
it
in
was on at
Winter.
noon.
Yes, it was on at 12 noon. And
Troll.
that's what you got. You basically got 3 to 4 matches and continuation of storylines. That's about it.
Better wrestler, Bret Hart, man. These two.
This is just wow.
Becca. Christmas weekend, Troll.
Yep.
Man. Isn't this kind of crazy too? This is how they show like how the build goes now. Like there's a whole video package and it's
Yeah.
going in and out. And we got Roman from 2005. We're gonna see Dashing Cody Rhodes. We're gonna see a little Stardust in the package. Like,
Right.
but they got nothing. Like I always think about that too. Like I'm that guy too that like watching the vid, like the Stone Cold and Rock. Always, I feel like that's everybody's like one of the top fives of video
Yes.
packages. Like those, like I don't know, those just make the match feel so much better. That like I love rewatching those sometimes because they're just so good.
They were like sometimes you just gotta sit back and watch like where it's come from to where it is now, and this was a big deal.
Yeah.
This is a big deal. Oh, yep, the little fireworks are going off. That's what's the start. This is it.
Finally gonna step out of the shadows of his brother. Just like Mr. J is gonna try to do to Jimmy, or Jimmy's gonna try to do to Jay.
I think
Do
that
you
match
think that match is gonna become official?
It will. I think it needs to have a stipulation to it too. Maybe Punjabi prison type of thing. Uso penitentiary style steel cage match or something.
Would you do a kind of like how they did with like the tribal combat or whatever?
Yeah, even that, because they're both Usos, so it fits. So I would go with that too. Like it has to be some type of specialty to it though.
Yeah. And then do you think SmackDown tomorrow we're getting the tag team match official? Do you think that's what that's all gonna be about?
Yeah. We're finally that's gonna be the main part of SmackDown tomorrow. It's just
how do you feel about that? How do you feel about all of the while we're watching this, we can now talk about all the shenanigans going on now. How do you feel about all the craziness right now?
To be perfectly honest with you, I don't like it.
No?
I don't like it at all. Basically having Roman, Cody, and Seth all pulling double duty that weekend is asking a lot, especially for somebody just coming off an injury. That's a lot. But, Rock's going to, be in the match. He's going to have his little hot tag, show off his few little moves, and that's about it. But I do think that Cody and them are going to.
Yeah, who do you think takes the pin? I don't know.
I honestly think that Cody probably pins The Rock.
Man, that would be interesting. And do you think this is all going to lead also to Roman Rock 41, kind of like Cena Rock, where Rock screwed Cena, and that would lead to WrestleMania 41?
Same thing like how, Brock Lesnar showed up the day after WrestleMania and just killed John Cena. Yeah, same thing. I think that's probably going to lead. Honestly, maybe even a SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Maybe a SummerSlam, but definitely it should be WrestleMania 41 just booking now.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, you could do a year's build if you really wanted to, because they're both going to be gone. They could both talk shit on social media. They could both be like, you know what I mean? Rock shows up to a SmackDown and be like, you're not here, you jabroni, or whatever, do a couple Rock concerts.
Yeah, you could build that out.
Do via satellite again. Rock is here via satellite. Come on now.
That would be good. I'm just wondering, how is The Rock really going to be? Because remember, March 30th is the start of the UFL.
That's true. So is he going to be here till then, or is he going to be like?
I just know probably that week you're probably not going to see him, and then right after that is WrestleMania weekend. So
yeah, and how you got to make sure to continue to build it, because and you can't just try to like add somebody to the Hall of Fame and then try to think that nobody's going to like think about it, because it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I was actually surprised they came out with 2 names for the Hall of Fame back-to-back days. I thought it was going to be like one week then the other.
I know. I'm very interested to see how many people, because I've noticed the last few years there's only been about like 5 or 6. So are they going to add Bray? Are they going to add somebody? Are they going to wait till next year? Like, I just wonder how they're going to do it, because we still don't know where it's going to be. Apparently, it was supposed to be in Minnesota, but now it's going to be in Vegas because
Yeah,
Vegas is Vegas, baby.
Vegas is Vegas.
You know. We got Christopher in the house. He said he wants a Bam Bam Bigelow and Earthquake figure. I cannot help you with that. I have a lot of action figures. I do not have those two though.
I used to have the Earthquake action figure back in the day, so yeah, that's going to be a hard find. But
Do you collect anything like Funko Pops or
I,
figures
I
or
I
anything?
just started getting back into Funko Pops. Now I have just a few, but I went to New York Comic Con. Well, I was taken to Comic Con by my son, and
I
yeah,
mean, kids will do that.
I saw the whole thing with Funko, so I'm like, yeah, I'm back into it. So
Oh man,
little by little.
it's so bad. It starts and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and it never ends.
Yeah, by the
They
bags
just
that he took
continue to make
out, yeah,
more and more and more and never stop.
yeah, he still hasn't stopped. So I
I
understand
mean,
it fully.
is he into wrestling? Like, is he like big time into it or?
He just really started getting into it about maybe 5, 6 years ago. His favorite is like Ricochet because I
Okay,
took him to like WWE. They still do this, and I'm glad they actually do this. I'm actually giving WWE credit here.
amen.
They always have the day after Christmas show at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, okay.
They always do that no matter what. And I took him to that a couple of years ago, and he just fell in love with it. Then he loves Ricochet more than anything else, and Matt Riddle. I had to let him know Matt Riddle's not there anymore, but
I mean, hey,
yeah, he was
I
like,
mean,
"Dad, I want that to be my
Ricochet's
ringtone."
a good one to like, though. I mean,
Yeah, he was just surprised by the high flying moves from Ricochet. So yeah, that's his favorite.
that's how I was with like Rey Mysterio. Like me and my friend, we were just like, oh, and then because Rey won the title in Chicago at WrestleMania, like for like a long time, that was like my favorite WrestleMania moment, just because it was in Chicago and I loved Rey Mysterio. So
Wow.
it's very interesting to see like how cool kids like nowadays, because it makes me feel old when I like talk about John Cena and then people tell me like, oh, my favorite's Roman Reigns. That's just like
Yeah,
yeah, or like they remember Triple H is bald. They don't know long hair Triple H. Like
they don't know about that. They don't know.
no, they don't know about that life. So, but Rick, it's very interesting to see who the kids get behind nowadays, because especially like people, it seems like everybody always like Omos, like Omos has the O Sapiens. Like who knew Omos had a fan base?
Right? I didn't know.
Sure, sure, but it's just like I mean, and then that's the biggest thing about wrestling is that you can relate to anybody. Like I'm sure there's somebody that relates to like Grayson Waller or Theory or whoever, or like Chelsea. Like it's just like
They just fell for it. It just works.
yeah. So Brett competes twice on this show.
Yes. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Actually, no, because Owen actually wins this match. If I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
mistaken.
See, I don't know who
It was
wins.
like a tournament style here for the WWF Championship because you had Brett, Owen, Yokozuna, and Lex Luger.
Because on this
That
thing it says it's Yoko versus Bret Hart with Roddy as the special guest referee.
yes, Roddy was a special referee. Boy, he took special to a whole new level that night.
Oh, I'm very interested to see now.
Yes.
These man. Do you think that the Usos would start the show up? Do you think they would like do that?
Night one, I'm thinking they're probably gonna go with the ladies.
Do you think Bailey's gonna open the show night one?
I think it's probably gonna be that match. I think it's either Bailey's match or I don't even think Rhea. Rhea is definitely gonna be a main event of night one. So I think Bailey night one starts it off. Give her big moment, and that's it from there.
Yeah, and I think people need to like realize too that like the opening match isn't like a bad match to like it's not just because it's like the opening match doesn't mean like it's a bad spot. Like the opening match and the main event, I feel like are so important because you're getting people's attention
Yeah,
to get people to continue to watch. Because if you have a bad first match, you ain't gonna continue to watch the show.
exactly. It's a big letdown from the fireworks going off, the Star Spangled Banner going off, and all the theatrics, the opening package. You
Yeah,
gotta come with something that's gonna get that instant popping.
Just like
Bailey was
Super
hitting.
Bowl, It's like after that first play, after the national anthem, it's like, and then all
It's
of a
like, well,
sudden,
exactly. So I think, yeah, I can see Bailey starting off the show and actually winning. So
I hope so. I think that's what should happen. And I think she's going to cost the Kabushi Warriors their championship at one point. That's why they got the titles, is so Bailey can take damage control down one by one.
right, just do that and then go through it here. But hopefully, that would be a good start to the pay per view. I don't know what else they're going to put with it after that. They got to really think long and hard.
It's so I say it now, bro. It's so important how they put these matches on each night, on each card, on everything, because you don't know, and it's very important. I mean, it's way more important than it used to be. I'll say that.
Yeah, because you want to go like 16 hours, so you got to make sure.
Oh
Right.
man, I just can't. Like I even like watching some of them, like rewatching some of them, like I skipped through a lot of it, and I just realized I'm like, holy crap! Like there was just a lot of like nonsense, or just a lot of what are we doing here?
The segments, you want to talk about what's there at WrestleMania next year? You got the Hall of Fame segment. Like there's a lot.
Yeah, that's why I like that I hope they do it again this year. They did the Hall of Fame on night 2. Like just make certain things for certain nights. Like make the Hall of Fame for night 2. Let Ray do whatever night 1, or whoever's being inducted this, like Paul. Let Paul, you know what I mean? But they'll probably do it night 1. But and that's the thing. Like how I don't know. So I just hope I'll keep it to a certain night, because it's just too hard to. Or they do it on both nights, and it's like I understand people can only afford one night and they want to see the Hall of Fame, but it's like that's just taking up a spot where you could be doing something else, or having like the Weeknd come out. We do not need to watch the Weeknd perform for 25 minutes. This is not a concert. It's WrestleMania. I want to see Jimmy and Jay rip each other's heads off, not the Weeknd singing. Like, come on.
I mean, and remember, it used to be where there was multiple theme songs for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Especially like 16, 17, and 18. Like those 3 had about like 2 or 3, and then they started again when they had like MGK and Flo Rida, and then they had Diddy, and they had Pitbull, and it's just like, and it's like, yeah, I like all those music artists, but I'm trying to watch WrestleMania.
Yeah, so they always try to put somebody on there. I think honestly, the only artist you should probably have on there this year is if LA Knight can get Usher. That's about it.
Man, he's going to.
Yeah, that would be big.
There's going to be so many people there this year. It's going to be disgusting. Yeah, especially with like how big Pat McAfee is now, and how everybody like loves him, and now all of his guys are going to be in the game. So
yeah,
it's going to be very interesting to see how it all goes down. And again, I also think people need to realize that they can't get upset if somebody's doing something else. Like people are making comments about Kevin Owens, but it's like, do they not realize he's main evented 2 straight in a row? It's like not everybody's Roman Reigns that's going to main event. Like sometimes somebody's got to like take like, and like John Cena was in that interview with CVV, Chris Van Vliet, and he made a comment. He was like, he went from main eventing against The Rock to facing Rusev and Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. So
it's still great matches too.
Yeah.
So.
So it's just like one of those things that it's just like, yes, it might suck that you're not in the main event, but you're still on the card and you're still doing something, and hopefully it's a high profile thing if they do it right. And
hey, there's something about being on the WrestleMania card. Everybody wants to be on that WrestleMania card.
Yeah, and not everybody can get on. I think that's the biggest thing. We're going to see a difference now. I don't think we're going to see like the Battle Royals. I don't think we're going to see like WrestleMania SmackDown. I think we're just going to see like what we used to see. Remember, like back in the day, they would be just there promoting the show on Friday. I think that's what they're going to do. They're all like, we're going to have like Jackie Redmond, we're going to have like Kayla or whatever hosting, and they'll all just talk for 2 hours, and then we'll get to WrestleMania or the Hall of Fame, I should say. But
they should do that though,
because it's just like, again, what are we going to do one night from WrestleMania? Like I get like the building, but I'd rather watch like a highlight thing of like promoting it and getting ready to all the matches, and then watch the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Or just go like the same instead on Friday. Like there's no, I don't know. I just don't think there's a reason for SmackDown on Friday, but that's just me. And then we stand and deliver if you watch NXT,
Honestly, the only thing you need for that Friday night is the Hall of Fame. That's it.
Yeah. Especially with how it flows now, too, with not having an hour to do each one. Like, it's just so much better with them giving them, like, 20 minutes or whatever each, like, a time limit.
Yeah. It makes it easier. It works out for everybody. Everybody gets represented, and it's TV friendly. So
Yeah, you know. Just like we were talking about the 5 hour shows. Like I love the Hall of Fame, but I get bored watching a 4 hour, 4.5 hour Hall of Fame. There's so many
yeah, you lose
stories
people's
I can
interest
hear.
very quick.
I'm like this. I'm like trying to stay awake. I'm like, come on now, taking like stuff out of my eyes.
Oh man.
Oh no, Chris. I know it's always after SmackDown. I'm just saying. I wish that they wouldn't do it. And again, we'll have to see what Triple H. Triple H might not want to do WrestleMania SmackDown. You know, maybe that's not in his plans.
Yeah.
Do you think we're gonna see Miss? Do you watch AEW right too?
Of course.
I was gonna say okay. I thought so. What do you think we're seeing? Big Business Mercedes Moné this Wednesday?
I mean, I've always said this: if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, it's not a mongoose. There's a reason why it's called Boston. Okay, they dropped the hints. She's
I
doing
mean,
podcasting.
it's too obvious. Come on now.
She's definitely going to be there. I'm glad they went with Rainmaker last night, and now Mercedes gets her full bill next week, and then Toronto is Cage and Copeland Part 3. So
Man, I'm so excited to see that. Huh?
I said 3 straight weeks of AEW really hitting people off there.
I know. I mean, hey, the Okada thing was pretty good. And like I say it all the time, like people get upset or whatever, but it's like just the fact that yes, Adam Copeland might not be able to move that crate anymore, but still being able to see him on TV and then being able to still watch Raw and SmackDown is great. Like it just like as long as you see him on TV, like who cares? Like that's why Mercedes shows up. Mercedes shows up. Let's see Mercedes and Tony. Let's see Mercedes and Britt. Eventually, let's see Mercedes and there's so many matches that she can have.
Literally.
Like there are certain superstars. Like if I saw John Cena show up to AEW, I'd be like, what the hell are we doing here? But like, or Randy Orton. But I just sometimes, just like Andrade showed up to Raw. Like it's just one of those things. Like if you're an Andrade fan, you should still watch Andrade. Just because he went to a different company, that shouldn't matter.
No, if you're a fan of the
Swerve, like bro, I love Swerve. I remember Isaiah Swerve Scott from NXT with like people forget about Hit Row and stuff that he was part of that. Like.
Literally,
it's just like
years ago. It feels like, but
yeah, man, it's crazy. But it just like what I mean. Like it's just like that. Like I love seeing what he's doing now, and the fact that he may most likely hopefully become a champion. Hey, now all about it.
Gold mine for them, but I do like AEW. Seems like more business. Like I want to say, new logo looks fresh. The new set looks awesome.
Do you like the new logo? I don't know. It's gonna take me a minute, but maybe I just don't like change. But like, what do you think about it?
I like the Dynamite logo now. It fits. The AEW itself changed. It's not even boxed anymore. It's just more out there with the AEW. So I like it.
It pops a little more.
Yeah, it definitely does. Especially the Dynamite and how they're like putting it out and the titles and stuff. It looks good. It looks good, but we know the reason why they're doing this because they had some big acquisitions coming in. So,
yeah, they got a little, they got to promote it a little and help it out. They got Will, they got Okada, they're gonna get Mercedes, they're gonna and again, but like again, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm naming all these, but then like what I mean, like WWE got Jade, they got Andrade, they got like all these people, like so just like who cares?
And I mean, it's good for AEW to even be doing this because we all know this is WrestleMania season. No matter which company you like, TNA, New Japan, this is WrestleMania season. So to get that buzz going for your company, right, take it.
Exactly. You just got to enjoy it because, again, it comes, but it also goes so fast. Again, like where we say 4 weeks from Saturday, before you know it, I'll be saying a week and I'll be finishing the Retro series.
Literally, it'll be like, oh, it's Saturday. Let's get the pizza and wings.
Like it's just like it's like come on, like it just Brett and Owen are going for a minute. I didn't realize this match was that long.
Yeah, I think they went close to 30 minutes.
Oh wow, okay.
Close to 30 minutes, but remember, this is nowadays it's not like the WrestleMania cards where it's 5 hours long either. So
no,
we didn't have that many matches to begin with. So.
I know, like I feel like this, like yesterday and 8 like flew. Like I was watching it with Steve and Jerry, And it like all of a sudden I looked and it's like 2 hours in and I'm like, holy crap. It's like, you know, and like, but again, these are so good because they're not too long, they're not too short. Everybody gets a little time, you know.
Yep.
There's no reason to have like these like I made a comment too, like it all makes sense why we have 17 matches at a WrestleMania is because that's what Vince was doing at like the first like 4 or 5. So he thought that's what was so good. But I'd rather watch 7 matches that are 25 minutes than watch 17 that are 5.
Exactly.
So
I love that much better.
it's just like, you know, there's no reason for it. Like I literally like I would put the match poll up and then I'd have to change it. I'm like, what's the point? Because these matches are so short.
Before you blink, it's already over. There's no type of story to it. It's just like, okay, done.
No, and it was more about like the entrances, I feel like, and just seeing them come out and like, you know, and that's fine, but like I want to know why these two hate each other.
Yeah, and that's something that AEW's been doing a lot more, at least better in the past couple of weeks. And they did that last night too with most of their matches. So you gotta tell the story a little bit.
Well, yeah, and that's just the biggest thing is the story's just got to be there and like, you know. And again, not everybody's gonna not like everything. Everybody ain't gonna like, you know, they like the same thing, and that's fine to have your opinion. But there's no reason to have mental breakdowns and go on fits about it. Like, you know,
Hey, that's something I see all the time. You know, there's the ones that just hate AEW, and there's the ones that hate WWE, and then there's the 5 people that hate TNA. So like, it's like what you like. You can watch. There's something for everyone and everything.
exactly. Again, it's just like watching like a reality show or like something like that too. Like you're just rooting for people or like a soap opera, like, you know.
Right.
You know, like, come on now. Like that's why like people get mad. They're like, "Why didn't you get upset?" Or like it's like, well, like I like people like all like the Liv Morgan people or the Cody Rhodes fans or whatever, and they're like they've made comments and it's just like, well, I know John Cena wasn't coming back to win a title. Like he was coming here to put people over. So why am I gonna get upset? Well, I know John Cena's not gonna win. There's no reason to go. We want Liv Morgan because Liv is not in whatever, and it just like, you know, like they're gonna do what they're gonna do. Like it annoys me because it's just like. You know, even like Chelsea, like, did you listen to that interview? She's like, I want to lose. She's like, I want to get my ass beat. I'm like, true. She's like, I'm like, that's a good way of saying it. She's like, I want to win. I don't want to win. I want to lose. And after hearing that, it's like, it all makes sense why her character was the way. And like, she's probably the one that came up with getting eliminated after 3 seconds.
Probably, yeah, because
we're still talking about it.
Right. It's exactly it because we're still talking about it. So,
and that's what it's all about. And like, you know. Shit, even this match, people still talk about Owen and Brett, and it's been 30 years.
Yeah, it's just it's a classic here. Some people just don't even remember this match.
No.
And this starts off the pay-per-view.
I know. This is a very good match. And that, like I said, we're literally 30 minutes in now already.
Wow.
It's just, you know. And this, like I said, I think this is only like 2 hours and 40 minutes. So, like, the fact that there's only 2 hours left already is just like, you know.
Yeah. That goes to show you there's only, what, maybe 5 matches left? I don't even have the lineup in front of me, but maybe 5?
Yeah, I think there's this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 8. So there's 9, or so there's 3, 6. So there's 10 matches total, but there was a pre-show match, so there's 9 matches.
9 matches, okay.
But I'm sure there's a few in there that are very short, like Alundra and Kai. We had a tag team match. I'm sure that was short. Crush and Savage, I can't imagine.
Yeah, that one was
too
pretty
long.
short. That one was pretty short.
So I feel like this match, this one, the ladder match, and then the main event were the longest 3, I think.
Yes.
I try not to look at the times because then it's going to tell me who wins, and I don't know who wins any of these, so I'm trying to wait and, like, see, like, I know Razor obviously wins the title because we've seen that a million times, but, like,
okay.
it's like, I don't remember who wins this match, so I think you might have said it, and I kind of forgot already. so, well, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I don't care if you tell me, but I just, like, I don't know. I like going into it because, like, it's, like, my first time watching it, so I'm, like, more into it than, like, watching it, like, a million times, and I'm just like, eh.
It was just one of those things, too. The Lex...
1 minute match. Who's having 1 minute matches? Oh, you said one more match. I think you said 1 minute match. It's like, who the hell is a 1 minute match?
Oh yeah, when he reversed this here, I really thought the match was over at this point when Brett reversed it. I was like, yeah, that's the end. But then I said, oh, and go for it. I'm like, wow, they're actually keeping you in suspense here. Like,
So how many WrestleManias did Bret Hart compete at until like all of the screw job happened? Because the screw job happened was it 96?
96. So yeah, I think maybe okay. I think maybe two more because there's the infamous one with him and Austin.
And then him and Shawn, right? He's in the 60-minute Iron Man match, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
And like I told you, Owen gets the victory.
1, 2.
Yes.
So you did say Owen. Okay.
And that's what
I thought I heard Owen, but I didn't comprehend. But yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and that's what shocked everybody, even me, little old DJ at that time.
Little old DJ.
I was like, Mom, Owen beat Bret.
The screw job was 97. Okay. See, I was 1 year old, so I don't even know. But
yeah.
So we got the Logic villain, Aaron King. We got Aaron in the house. What's up, Aaron?
What's going on?
Appreciate you, Aaron, coming and hanging out.
Yes.
Eric, Chelsea doesn't mind to lose because it's not about winning for them. You got to remember, like, yes, it's about winning sometimes. It's also about not, like, you know, there's people there just to do their job and entertain people, and that's what Chelsea's doing. So, you know, it will be her time, and she'll win. But you know, sometimes it's not your time to win.
Yeah.
You know, like we said, you can't all be on the card. There's no reason to have 3 battle royals just to have everybody stand there for a second to be on the card. Literally, like I'm watching these Andre the Giant's battle royals. It's like these guys literally stand in the ring and then you get thrown over the top rope.
Well, see, the thing is too, I want that Andre the Giant battle royal to come back to WrestleMania.
Yeah,
I want it to come back. Let it be night 1 so they can get their share of a check and call it a day.
Well, that's the thing. There's no reason for it to be on WrestleMania SmackDown because that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
and like the way they did it the first like 2 years was fine, and then they just started like then it was on the pre-show, and then it was forgotten about, and then it was just a random match. It was just like and then they did the random women's one for 1 year.
Right. Wait a minute. Is that Todd Pettengill?
Who?
Wow. The announcer there with Owen doing the backstage interview. Man, Todd Pettengill has worked in New York radio for almost 30 freaking years, man. He literally got that job just on a whim because back then, WWF back then, was heavy in New York. I mean, heavy. You couldn't go anywhere without seeing something WWF around. It just fit him.
I'm also watching these too, and I'm looking at the people in the crowd too, and I'm like, damn, like that kid's like 5 years old, and now he's probably like 40. I'm like, damn.
Literally.
I'm like, yeah. It's so crazy too, like the outfits that you see like now compared to like then. It's just like,
really?
they and like the puffy hair. Like I always like my mom was the one that had like the puffy hair, and it's just so funny that it just like. WrestleMania 2.
Yeah, WrestleMania 2. I remember watching all the WrestleManias live. I remember all of them.
Oh, poor DJ. You didn't have to age yourself, bro.
I mean, hey, it's out there. I said it earlier, 83, so I mean, people can add it
up. You said 80. Oh, you were born in 83, right? You're not 83.
No, I'm not 83.
Oh, okay. I was like, you don't look 83. I was like, bro. I'm done. That's funny.
Oh man, the Hair Club for Men. Oh man, that is the guy from the Hair Club for Men. Jeez. Oh man, I made a joke with somebody regarding the Hair Club for Men and not having a hairline about a year or so ago. Shout out to KB. But
oh my God, we have Bam Bam Bigelow and Luna Vachano or
yes.
Luna
Vachon, man.
Lua Vachon can't speak. Yes. Lua Vachon taking on Dink and Doink. I'm dead.
See, literally, WrestleMania follows the same thing even now, almost 40 years later. they followed a one comedic match. We now call it the celebrity match. This was the comedic match.
Isn't that crazy? Like how like this would have been like the Logan Paul or Bad Bunny match.
Yeah, and
Oh,
think about it.
we got a young. Look at that stud, Mr. Howard Finkel, bro. Like,
With a full head of hair. Thank you to the
bro,
haircut.
what? Like, come on.
But remember, Bam
Oh,
Bam was doing this kind of
this is a
celebrity match
mixed
here.
tag team too. I was wondering why the girl was wrestling with the guy. I was like, wait a minute.
And Luna was good, man. Luna was one of the wrestlers that I would use in the WWF Raw game on Super
Man,
Nintendo.
oh man, I had that one, man. Those were so fun.
Those were good.
Man,
I remember that year too. That game was pretty much sold out everywhere. My mom told me later, she was like, "Look, I had to do a whole bunch of looking around for that game."
So if you played all of them, then like Here Comes the Pain, Just Bring It as versus Raw,
Yes,
or SmackDown versus Raw.
Yep, all of them. So I know.
Did you ever play Crash Hour?
Yeah, I remember that.
The one on the GameCube or PlayStation where you could it was like Mario Kart.
It was literally like Mario Kart and Twisted Metal put together.
Yeah, so fun. I used to just run it, just slam into people. Wait, Dink is a midget? Shut up. I thought it was the other Doink.
No, Dink was literally
because WrestleMania 9 that the extra Doink came out. I thought that's who. It's a midget. I'm dead.
This is literally the comedy match we're here. But Bam Bam now doing this kind of celebrity match here. Remember, just a few years later, he then takes on Lawrence Taylor at WrestleMania.
So what one is that? 12? 11?
I think it's 12 or I want to say 13. 13 being Heat.
Okay.
I think it's that one.
Okay.
And that's when, you had the celebrity guest of Salt and Pepper.
Oh.
Rap group bringing out Lawrence Taylor.
So then which one was Mike Tyson? Was that 15?
I think so. I think it was 14 or 15.
Okay.
I remember the logo when I see it. It's the red cube logo for WrestleMania.
All right, so let's see, because I have all my thumbnails here for the rest of them. Let's see.
Yes.
Cool. So, because I thought this. So, is this is 11, right?
Yes, that's 11.
So, is Lawrence Taylor not an 11? Because I looked when I made
he's an 11. That's the one.
Okay, so it's 11. Okay.
Yep.
And then this one is 12.
Yes.
And then 13 is the fire.
Yeah, that's Heat. Yep.
And then 14 is that the cube that you were talking about?
Yeah, that's
so
the
it's
one.
so it's 14. I didn't even see his ass in the picture. That's funny. Okay, so it's 14. And then 15. Okay. Yes. Big show.
Man. And speaking of which, Mike Tyson, he's going to be in a fight this summer, right?
Man, yes, I cannot believe Mike Tyson is wrestling or fighting in the year 2024.
I don't know what Jake Paul is thinking, but Mike Tyson, I don't know if you've seen the videos. Mike Tyson
is going to beat his ass.
Yeah, it's going to kill him.
Bro, why would you want to mess with Mike Tyson? I'm sorry, but who's trying to mess with this? Like, why?
No. They always tell you the last thing to go is your strength. Mike Tyson still got a whole bunch of strength. So.
Bro, I hope when I'm that age, I hope I look that good. I hope I get a personal trainer and get that, that six-pack eventually. Probably not, but we'll try.
We literally have Dink and Luna Vachon fighting.
Man, who would have thought? How do you feel about Bull Nakaro going into the Hall of Fame?
I like it. Because it's going to be not the names that everybody thinks is going to be in there. And knowing that Triple H is pretty much running who's going in, he's letting everybody get in.
I think they should have a rule like the NFL where it should be like 5 years or not competing. Yes. Because what's the point? Like Ray's in the Hall of Fame, but he just wrestled last year. Like, have you noticed too? It's like everybody has their last match and then they go into the Hall of Fame that same year.
Yeah, it always happens that way. But no, it really should be like that. They want to be considered sports entertainment and be on ESPN. Follow the same rule the NFL does. 5 years.
Exactly.
Dink got up to that top rope in record time.
But why is I want to know who played Dink.
And did a very good job with it too.
Maybe it was Hornswoggle's son.
I just stood up Hornswoggle.
Now he fucking Hornswoggle, man. I love Hornswoggle.
I don't know what it was. I think it was a Where Are They Now that was on like Peacock one night. I had it on so like after a pay-per-view went off, and they just keep showing WWE material, and they showed Hornswoggle Where Are They Now, and I was like, oh crap.
Yeah.
I actually stopped and watched.
Oh yeah. Sometimes those are actually good, and it's kind of bad that like that's like I also remember when it first came out the network, and like they'd have like that live section where it was just like there was something always on, and like I would just sit there and keep it on and just see what come on. Sometimes there were some good things, and now it just goes like if I fall asleep because I fall asleep watching it a lot, like wrestling. I'll wake up and it's like the Cruiserweight Classic from like 2018 or 9. I'm like, how do we get here? I was watching WrestleMania like 28, huh?
Yes,
Sure.
It'd just be random. It's just literally random.
I'm like, whatever. There's one night I woke up and I'm like open up my eyes and they're like talking about like something and I'm like, what the heck? And it's like NWA from like 19. I'm just like, oh my goodness. Like, what is going on here? Like, I must have rolled on my controller or something.
No, because they'll keep going for I think about 4 hours straight before they ask you, like, "Are you still watching?
Are you still here? Oh, thanks for checking on me. Could have been laying here for 4 hours, and dang, gotta love it.
Yeah, 1994. Wow, this.
Is that what year this was? It was 4,
I think
right?
it was. I think it was 94.
Okay, so Sean won the Royal Rumble in '96 to main event 12 to become the Boyhood Dream.
Dream, right?
Because I've never watched that one either, so I want to watch it and just. We've heard the moment about 1 million times. Shawn Michaels has become the Boyhood Dream, and
now we know how.
Yeah, now I know how. And a kick out. I didn't know there was kickouts in this match. I didn't know Doink knew how to do that. Sure.
And here's a funny fact that a lot of people don't know. Now, we mentioned it earlier, Lawrence Taylor being involved with WrestleMania, next year for 11. It was actually supposed to be at 10 since he, is a New York Giant and WrestleMania was in New York.
Oh. That would have made more sense. And it looks like Bam Bam Bigelow and Luna pick up the dub. Against Doink and Dink. Doink and Dink.
Dink and Doink, Doink and Dink.
Next, we got Mr. Macho Man. Or is he not Macho Man anymore? Is he just Randy Savage? Okay,
he was something.
Okay, so I think this is where we get the bad guy Savage, where he's no more Macho Man. Right. He is taking on Crush in a Falls Count Anywhere 60-second count. Huh? The hell does that mean? The match is a minute?
Something like that.
I don't understand. And now they're beating up Dink. What did Dink do? Dink just put on a clown mask and went on and wrestled. Bailey was 5 years. What, Chris, how do you know this, bro? Chris. Sometimes I wonder about these people in the chat, bro. They know these facts so fast, and I'm like, I didn't even know how old, shit.
Wow. Bailey
I don't even know how old my mom was when I was -2.
So yeah, I was much older than her. So yeah.
Oh, stop it. You act like you're
okay. This is 94. This is before my birthday in 94. So
you were 10.
I was still 10 years old. Yes.
So you're fine.
Yeah.
So you're just aging with the WrestleManias, bro. You're killing it.
Pretty much. So when I see WrestleMania 80 come up, I'm gonna be like, I remember number 1.
Shut the hell.
I remember 1. Muhammad Ali was the guest ref.
Oh my god. I'm happy he's in the game. I am happy that they put him in the game.
That was a nice touch. I was not even expecting that. That was a good secret to keep.
Little things like that just make it make it a lot better. Wait a minute. Is it Mr. It's the President.
Yes, that was also going on because that was 94. They had the Clinton lookalikes all around New York. Yeah, it was. Notice how.
Wait, was that a lookalike or is that the real? Is that really him?
No, that was not. It was not really Bill Clinton.
Okay. Well, because I see I see IRS behind him. So,
Yes.
and then we
Then
got Mr. Jerry Lawler and an invisible person on commentator.
Blur. We'll just call him Blur. Okay.
The Blur. They blurred him out in the 38 match or 39 match with Charlotte Flair, but they didn't blur him out during the Stone Cold match with Rock at 17 for some reason.
You know what? I think they blurred him out when he's with the opposite sex.
Troll. I didn't even think about that.
I think that's what they did. Oh man,
Yeah,
I remember this one.
man. Wait, were we watching Andre and Hulk again?
Yes,
Man,
Andre China. I remember that body slam, man.
the body slam heard around the world. Man, they got
Literally it was.
man like they got. I want man. You don't see that no more. You don't see people bringing cotton candy to you anymore.
Right.
Oh, I guess he was still the Macho Man. So okay, never mind. At one point, he does become a bad guy, and he's not so macho.
Right. But this is like also a time too where I think after 8, he started losing a lot of the garb that he would come out with, the long gowns and stuff like that. It was kind of more of a modern look for him. So, but yeah, wow, Macho Man.
Macho Man, Randy Savage. Kind of crazy how he went from like facing like the guys he did to going to face Crush. Poor
Literally.
Crush. I still want to know what a Falls Count Anywhere 60-second match is. What the hell does that mean?
I think it was 60 seconds they had to get back into the ring. So it was not like the standing 10 count. It was like literally you got 60 seconds to do what you want to do outside the ring. Do I remember? Do they actually go backstage there? I don't think so. I think it stays ringside for this match.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They did just say that you have to return to the ring within 60 seconds. Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Fuji. Crush.
Oh, classic.
Mr. Fuji, man. How many guys did Mr. Fuji manage? I think there was like 4 managers, and they all just managed like 5 or 6 guys.
Pretty much. Mr. Fuji, the way that he was managing, he should have Social Security. Like, he was just taking everybody under his wing.
I want to know why Vince thought Crush was a good name, though, for this guy. Crash.
How about this Crush was part of Demolition just a few years prior? How about that?
Wait, that's the Demolition guy? Shut up. Really?
Yes.
Fun fact. I did not know that.
Yes. Yeah, see, we were just talking about the little things. They gotta go back to having like the gold rails, everything. Put a little bit more oomph into your
Did the match just end?
What's that?
Did the match just end? He just got pinned. Is that it? Okay, so now he has a minute to get back into the ring. I just confused. Okay, so this makes sense. I was like, wait, did this man just win the match like that?
No, it's like now he gets like the standing 60 count. So.
Last man standing, but you get 60 seconds to get your butt back in the ring.
And it's literally easy because, as you notice for WrestleMania 10 here, the walkway to the ring is very, very short. So.
Why is that? So I want to ask you that. Why is the ramp so short at Madison Square Garden?
Because at that time, Madison Square Garden was very small. It held maybe 16,000, 17,000 people. And the way that it's constructed, they basically used one of the entrance and exits for the New York Knicks and the New York Rangers when they're playing.
Okay.
So it's very, very small. That's one of the reasons why they stopped using Madison Square Garden for WrestleMania, because they wanted a bigger, ticket to it. So.
Okay, I was because I watched like the Royal Rumble 2008 and watched like a few like WrestleMania 20 and now 10 and everything. It's just like I was just curious because I'm like, why is it so like small and the entrance is like.
Yep, because that's literally what it is. Because directly on the other side was the other entrance for the opposing team to come in and out of.
Ah.
Yeah. So
Fun fact.
Yeah. That,
See, I am happy I brought you on for this one. You give me all the fun facts. I
yes.
love fun facts.
I'm
That
telling you, man, when we talked about it, I immediately said 10.
he's at.
This is the
He
reason
said,
why.
"Let's go, let's go." Number 10. 10 years, man.
And that was a good year for New York, too. We got WrestleMania here. The Knicks went to the NBA Finals a few months later.
The Yankees win the ship too, probably.
A couple of years later, they still sucked at this time.
Oh,
They
okay.
still did.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Fuji was giving him the chalk. Yeah, we remember this.
Nah. I would not want the chalk. Nah. So, how many pinfalls did you have to get to win?
Just one. It
But
was
they
just
have to
one,
stay
like
down
60
for 60
seconds.
seconds.
Yeah, that's it. You just need that
Gotcha.
one, and that was it.
Gotcha. Okay.
And you know what? This should have been a part of 40 years of WrestleMania, and here's why. It's such an intricate specialty match. You could have done a lot with this in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, you already have the license already for Macho Man, so that wouldn't have been a problem.
Yeah, see, like, man, it makes me so annoyed that they that's why they gotta blur stuff out and everything because it just or there's so many things they couldn't do because of it. Like there's so many matches that I feel like they wouldn't have had like I always say, like I've been saying a lot, like the Dudley Boys. We can finally get the Dudley Boys in the video game, but now Edge is gone, Hardy Boys are gone, and Christian's not there. It's like, can we
Right,
just
so you
have them
can't.
all in the game at once? Like
Can't.
there should be some type of deal where you should always be able to you should be able to be a legend in the game or something like that because it's like I get it, but you're still a part of history.
It's still good, I believe, for the Dudleys, Spike Dudley, whoever Dudley you want to pick today, and then Matt Hardy, because Matt Hardy's contract is about to be up.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
that would have been good too. Maybe next year we get that, the 41 years of WrestleMania.
Man, who knows? It's either going to be that or it's going to be some type of showcase with Cody or something like that, or somebody like Roman or something where we go through his whole career again.
Yeah, I would see that. That would probably be it. So see now, Randy got the pinfall outside, so now Crush has the standing 60.
But Crush is knocked the hell out.
Yeah. He's not even listening to Mr. Fuji. He can't hear anything. What was Mr. Fuji actually telling these wrestlers? Let's be honest.
Who knows? He's like, get up. Oh, and then he pours water on his ass. He said, I don't care. What a great manager. I mean, what about, man, all you got to do is step on that man's toe, though, and he's done. No shoes, nothing.
Nothing at all.
2, 1, and he's in the ring.
Yes.
If he didn't pour that water on him, he was going to be gone.
Yeah, he would have been gone. He still would have been sleeping now. What year is it?
He said, what year? Oh, that's right. Was this year the year for the strike for baseball?
Yes.
Okay,
the
so
strike
that's
happened literally a few months later that summer, and it literally happened the day before my birthday.
Of course. Man.
Sucked.
Man,
sucked.
I love baseball so much, even though the White Sox suck. I love to go to games, and I love to, it just, I don't know. The warm weather, all of it, just something to me.
There's always something good about going to Yankee Stadium any time of the year, but especially in the summer. A night game, too. It's beautiful.
I've never been to Yankee Stadium. I've always wanted to go where I go and, visit all the stadiums, but I don't know.
Man, you come to New York, we got to go to a Yankee game, man. It's nothing like it.
Ugh.
It's nothing.
Yankees. I went to a Yankees White Sox game when Derek Jeter, it was his last year, and it was his last Saturday game at the Sox Stadium before he retired and everything.
Yeah.
It was like the White Sox were getting their ass beat, and I'm sitting there in my head, I'm like, this kind of sucks, but it's well, at least Jeter gets to go out on top.
Exactly.
I'm like, this isn't fun, but I'm it's you get players like that, and it's just it's so crazy. It don't matter what team he was on, that you still just
you're still rooting for him.
Yep. But then there's other guys I just don't want to root for. Do you think the Yankees are going to be any good this year?
Yes, I do think they will. I think it's really between the Orioles and them being the Yankees and the AL East. It's those two.
Did the Yankees win 100 games last year?
No, they only won 82, I
Okay,
believe.
that's what I thought.
Only 82.
I thought I heard somebody say they won 100, and I'm like, I don't think so. I'm like,
No,
I was like, I don't think the Yankees played
they
that
were on
great
their
baseball.
way to winning 100, but then there was that Saturday night in Los Angeles
Yeah,
where everything went downhill after that.
yeah, and then it was a bad time. They do go backstage. You're right.
Yeah. And boy, oh boy, yeah, this is the old Madison Square Garden. Yeah. Ooh.
It's so weird to see like the backstage of it. Like it just like now he's going back to the ring. I mean, that's the smart thing. Bring him out farther, then run back to the ring.
Exactly.
Shit, I'd bring him outside and then run.
I really thought that night. I was like, Macho Man talked to like Patrick Ewing of the Knicks or something to figure out how long it will take you to make it here. And yeah, we're coming up to the end.
I mean, you could also do that too. You could just tie him to it. That's smart. Like when John Cena tied Batista to the ropes, bro, this guy is literally hanging him upside down.
Yes,
it's like a movie. He's like, "See ya." He said, "Deuces."
This was made hilarious. I was like, yeah, he had to talk to somebody in the garden.
Oh, for sure. There's no way he knows how to. Come on now, they had that set up.
Yes.
Like, and it's so crazy too. It's like people like forget like wrestling was like it was the same way it is now. It's just we didn't have the social media and then know what was going on. Like imagine social media back then, bro. Like, oh my god,
it would have been crazy.
And it looks like that will be it for Crash or Dash, whatever you want to call him.
Oh, definitely the end for him.
Macho will most likely get the dub as he beats Mr. Fuji.
Fuji.
Poor
Mr. Fuji. Like, come on.
Why we got to beat on Mr. Fuji? We got Alundra Blaze taking on Liane Kai.
Yes.
I think that's how I said that right. We got it. Dakota Kai's grandma, guys.
Oh my God.
I forgot who I said in the first one or whatever, and they were like, the first WrestleMania. I'm like, guys, like they just reused the name. Oh, it was McIntyre. Somebody had the last name McIntyre. They're like, is that? I'm like, no, it's not Drew McIntyre. It's nothing.
No, they just
reuse the names. Like in 10 years, 20 years, we'll see somebody else named like Seth something.
Like, here we go again.
Yeah,
this is time when Macho was getting old because that hair cuffing man needs to call him because that ball spot was getting huge.
Oh, so is this kind of the end for Macho Man?
Yeah, it was kind of getting towards the end for him here. It was.
Gotcha. Okay.
It was.
We got a presidential box.
Man, that press box they're using is where all the journalists used to sit during Knicks and Rangers games.
Okay. Have you been to a lot of Knicks and Rangers games too?
Yes, definitely have. I remember 1994 when the Rangers won the Stanley Cup. My mom actually was so mad at me because I was staying up to try to watch the Rangers win the Stanley Cup. And I'm like, 54 years.
I mean,
I
you don't
thought of yet.
Man, that's just like when the Hawks won, like back in like 2010. Like I was like a freshman in high school, and I just remember trying to stay. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, hey, guy, I'm not like the biggest Hawks fan in the world, but that's just something that, like, you're gonna remember where you were at, and it just,
So I pretended like I was asleep, but then turned on the TV. Come on, everybody remember how to like turn off the TV real quick and go back to your channel?
Yeah. Turn the volume down.
Exactly. So, but then I like
captions. I learned how to read after watching closed caption TV.
You'll figure it out after a while. So yeah, it was fun.
Yes. We got IRS.
Yes. AKA Daddy Rotunda for anybody that doesn't know. It's Daddy Rotunda.
I hope they would know by now.
Yeah. It's 2024. You'll be surprised.
I know.
You'll be surprised.
It's so crazy though, man. Like the fact, like I didn't know that for the longest time, but like as it started to come out, now I cannot unsee it. All I see is Bray and Bo when I look at IRS now. It's disgusting, especially Bo. He looks a lot like Bo. I feel.
I would say how I know that is the Daddy Rotunda, but I'll probably age myself again. So I'll just say there was a certain WCW game back in the day that had Rotunda in it. I'm just leave it at that.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes.
Oh my God, bro! Look at it. Bro,
WPLJ 95.5. Oh,
bro, look at these people. They're at they're getting autographs. They're watching old matches. They're
okay.
commentating. Like, bro,
Yes.
that'd be so cool to go sit there and just commentate a wrestling match. Like
This was
we're
Comic
literally doing
Con
that right
before
now.
Comic Con. This was Comic Con before Comic Con. This is
Man.
what this was.
I've been to a Sox fest, but I want to go to a wrestling fest so bad.
Yes.
That's why I keep saying if it is in Minnesota next year, I'd love to go because I don't live too far from Minnesota, and I'd love to go. Or even SummerSlam in Ohio. I would love to go to. I just want to go to the big event. Like I went to Survivor Series this past year, and I don't know, there was just something different about than going to a Hell in the Cell.
Yeah.
It's
It's always something. Oh yeah, that's right. He went to the Paramount Theater that's literally right next door to the Garden.
Who did?
Macho Man after he won his match with Crutch.
He went. Imagine imagine Drew winning the title and just going to hang out at a bar after. What?
Literally did, and it was they had those tickets for you could basically watch WrestleMania on that closed circuit TV there, but you had to pay maybe $40, and it sold out within I would say a day back then.
Of course.
Yeah. So it was just good being there. Oh yeah, WrestleMania 4, yeah, Macho Man with the improbable elbow drop, as I called it.
The improbable elbow drop.
Because where he was, I was like, there's no way he's landing that. There's no way. And well, there's a way.
There's always a way. He said, "Oh, Jay are always flirting with the ladies. He don't care who it is."
Man, if we know what we knew then.
Right, bro. That's the other thing is rewatching this stuff, especially the Attitude Era stuff, and listening to all of it. It's just oh my God. Or I was watching WrestleMania 24, and I forgot they had a Playboy Bunny tag team match with Maria and Ashley, and then Beth and Melina, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's just
it changed my whole perspective of everything. Or even rewatching, I said, the 23 WrestleMania match with Lashley and Umaga, billionaire versus billionaire. It just you have a whole different way of watching it now, and it just
yeah, you can't watch it the same way anymore. Hey,
Nope.
Alundra Blaze, yeah, this was she was on her run in WWF, and then a couple of years later, well, we know what happened on a certain Monday Night Nitro. So
she burned that shit, and then she brought it back 20 years later in the Hall of Fame.
literally,
the fact that it was that long too was kind of insane. Is this her only WrestleMania appearance?
I think so. With a match, yes.
Because they obviously they didn't start really focusing on the women's matches till 32 when they actually had that triple threat. But
match, yeah.
very interesting. That's the other thing. I've been very interested to see how they use the women in these. It's just
a joke.
Yeah. Or they have some kind of where they have Blaze, but she's taking on this I feel like this is a jobber match. I feel like this match we'd see on Smack. Raw or SmackDown as Rhea takes on Maxine.
Yeah, or it takes
something
on
like
the
that.
local talent in that area.
Yeah. Just not a WrestleMania match.
That's pretty much what this was, because Alundra Blaze went on a streak where she wasn't losing, so
Was not losing. She didn't want to lose, man. I did not see Bailey Dakota Kai. That's why you can't trust Dakota Kai, though, guys.
no, you
I
can't.
told you this. You can't trust her. She a menace.
But it's just gonna prove when WrestleMania happens, she's gonna defy all the odds
Yes.
and win. So
I'd love to see Bailey and Dakota fight for the title after WrestleMania.
that's probably gonna happen.
I think Dakota deserves it She's been through a lot. She was like the last NXT woman to be called up. She really hasn't had that. People forget like all the great stuff she did.
Right.
So it's like I'd love to see that. Maybe even have her like kind of feud with Tegan maybe in something. Go back all the way to the NXT War Games. What was it, the 19? I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2019.
I was at that one. I should know.
Yeah. Another fun fact here about Madison Square Garden. You know,
Oh,
you're
I'm not.
WrestleMania 10 here, but remember that SummerSlam Highway to Hell?
Which one was that?
That was SummerSlam. I don't want to say 94, but I'm thinking it might be.
Okay, I probably maybe have seen like clips or like maybe a match or two, but I've never
That
watched
was
all the way through.
Stone Cold versus The Undertaker
Oh,
for
yeah.
SummerSlam Highway to Hell.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I
That's
have
where
to.
that
Okay.
was at.
Okay. See, yeah, that's the exact match I've watched too. So I didn't know that's where it was at though. So
Yeah,
okay.
Garden, and I was there.
Troll?
Yes,
Man.
I was there.
See, like those are the moments I'm so mad that I wasn't like being there like in like Chicago for WrestleMania 22. Like I remember asking my parents and we just couldn't afford it at the time or everything. But like there was like moments like in 20 like 11 or 12 with like Rock and Cena had a promo or like there was a Rock concert in Chicago. I'm like, damn. Like I'm so mad. Like I wasn't like trying. I just never I don't know, I was never like wanted to go. I always like watching on TV and then finally I went to Survivor Series weekend in 2019, and then ever since then, I think I've been to like every pay per view that's here in Chicago. I'm
Yeah,
like, it's like an itch now. It's like I gotta go.
it's an experience, man.
Yeah.
It is an experience. You just gotta go to it at least once. The last pay per view I went to was actually AEW's World End.
And the Lunzer Braze wins. Which AEW show? That's
I went
right.
to World's End.
That's right. That's right. I remember because you were sending me pictures and we were talking about that. That's right.
Yeah, so.
I want to go to an AEW show. That's the one I haven't been to, and it's like I've met a bunch of AEW people. I went to a Hardy Boys signing, and they were a bunch of AEW people and got mad at me for talking about WWE Hardy Boys. But I'm very interested to see like how the shows are and how it is. Like I've been to so many Raw and SmackDowns now. It's just like I want to either go to a pay-per-view or like a Dynamite or something.
No, definitely go to it. Been to Dynamites. I've gone to all but one AEW Grand Slam, so it's definitely worth it.
So do you go to every one that's in like New York or that's like close to you?
I do. I definitely go to all of them. I'm actually going to try to plan to go to Forbidden Door because that. Let me keep my mouth shut. Sorry.
Wait, what now?
Almost let out a little secret there, but if anybody hasn't figured it out already, Forbidden Door will be at Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York.
Troll? Okay.
It'll be there.
Man, what? This is another moment. I took a video on this one. You're smoking a cigarette in the ring, bro. Like imagine somebody walking out and smoking a cigarette. Like that would just not happen nowadays.
Yeah,
it was wild the stuff that they did in the 80s, man.
But they had the right person for it with Roddy Piper.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which match was next here?
Team Championships.
Man, Howard Finkel with hair.
Man, right? this must have been like his like prime, because like Howard looks good, like really good there.
You can't tell him anything now.
Oh, we got it's Matt Caster in 1994, I think. Is that Viscera?
Yes.
Shut up, really?
Yes.
That's fun.
Yes.
I'm done.
Yes. And you know what?
That's right, because he was Mabel. That's right, Mabel. Mabel and Mo, Men on a Mission, are taking on the Beckers.
Yes, the Quebecers. Yeah.
The Quebecers.
Did I try to forget this part of the show?
Why?
My history, because just Men on a Mission trying to be hip hop. It was just no. No, this is not what New York sounds like, okay? No. I
mean, this guy went from being a rapper, he went from being a monster, and then he was the world's largest love machine. Like, what is going on?
Just no. Just no. Thank you, WWE, for making me relive a very traumatizing part of it.
He said that's my fault. Oh my goodness. That's so. Is
I
that all
really
they do
think
is
back
come
when I
out
was
and
10
rap?
years old, I went and like got another slice of pizza. Like I can't do it.
Shit, 10-year-old Tino wants to know who the hot blonde chick is next to Shawn Michaels. Fucking
Uh,
Shawn, man. This man was such a savage. He just did not care.
just did not.
Is that Burt Reynolds? Oh my
Yes,
god. Oh my god.
yes.
Um,
It's like,
Burt Reynolds, man. With like it's so crazy to see these like people now, and then like it's kind of sad too. Like I'm watching like these, and then I go and watch like WrestleMania like 25, and like you're seeing all these guys get inducted in the Hall of Fame, and they're all walking out in like wheelchairs and stuff. It's just
yeah.
like, oh my god. Just like, oh, it's just like, oh, I'll take your word for it. Well, he's having a good night.
Yes, he
What's
is.
Jadis? Jadis, we got the perfect person for you, bro. If you got any basketball questions, basketball knowledge, anything, ask DJ. DJ will know everything. Jadis always talks to me about basketball. It's the one sport I try to keep up with,
Uh-huh.
but I can't keep up with everything. Like I watch all the wrestling, the football, the baseball, it just,
Well, you got the right person here.
you know.
So
So Jadis, you got any questions you want to ask?
anyone, I got you
Anything.
tonight.
Me and DJ will just start doing a basketball show, and DJ can just teach me. Like I love basketball. I like watching it. Just it's so hard for me to keep up with stuff like everything. That's why like I talk about like all the wrestlings. There's just so much of it. There's just too much on to keep up with everything. Like I just can't. Like I'm trying to
Every
watch
day there's
other things and other shows and other sports.
there's a lot going on. Hey, NBA is getting close to the playoffs too in about a month. So yeah.
I was at McDonald's today, and I go to the McDonald's almost every day, and I do Uber and everything. And I go in there, and the guy's talking to me, and I was talking to him everything. I was talking about wrestling. I was like, so what do you watch and everything? He started talking to me. He goes, man, basketball is my sport. He goes, this. I'm just like, oh god. So we literally just sat there for like 20 minutes talking about basketball. I'm like, so can I ask you a few questions? I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I just don't know all like the rules and stuff. I get very confused. And my family watched a lot with Jordan, but then they stopped watching after Jordan. So like I grew up more with like baseball and football than anything, and not so much basketball and hockey.
Right.
So it's like, like hockey, even when the Hawks won, like I was excited, but like if the White Sox or Bears won, it would be a completely different. I'd be coming on here celebrating like I just won the Super Bowl, and I might have a Lombardi trophy. So yeah.
No, I definitely feel you with that. That's like me with the New York Knicks. If the Knicks win the NBA title, I'm on vacation for the rest of the year.
He said the rest of the year.
Rest of
He
the
didn't
year,
even
like,
say a week. He said that's it. Where are you going? You going to Hawaii?
I'll go somewhere. I'll be like running the streets of New York, like the Knicks won.
Oh my god, I remember when the Sox won in 2005, and I was like 11 years old, and I just remember like I wrote a rap about the White Sox in 2005. Literally, I wrote a rap. I had it in a notebook, and it's one of those things I kind of wish I still had, just to like look back at it and just look how bad it was. But it's just one of those things, like it just like the sports teams, like especially the ones that you've rooted for so long. It's just like you just want that moment just to win, just for like I think about it. Every time a team wins, I'm like, damn, like what if this was me?
No, I'm telling you. I think the first thing I would do if the Knicks were to win the title, like it goes to all zeros and it's official, they win, I would literally shed a tear.
That's what I'm, bro. Like if the Bears won, I'd probably cry. Like the Bears have never won. I've never like the Bears. I would cry. Talk to my friend. I don't know. They do something to you, bro.
It just hits you. Cause I'd be like, I always tell people, me and the Knicks relationship is like the relationship you're supposed to break off with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like it's just that toxic, but you're still there together.
It's so bad.
Like you can talk bad about your Knicks, but nobody else can talk bad about my Knicks.
Exactly. Big facts. That's how I feel too. I mean, there was even a time like in my life too where it was like sports was like everything. Where it was like my cope of like a way of like there was a baseball game on. It was like I knew I could watch the game and it would waste 3 hours and I could forget about everything else I had to go on in my life. So it was like, and it's just one of those things. Like that's why it means so much to others, because it's just like you've watched them for so long and you rooted for them, and it's like that feeling just because people make comments like, why would you cry? I'm like, you don't understand. Like,
Yeah, when that's your team, like
like shit. Like that's why it's like if like another team wins or like a team I kind of like, it's like eh. But it's like if it's my team, like that's like a whole different thing,
right. That's how it's supposed to be.
you know. Just like the
You know,
Chiefs, the Chief fans get to celebrate for 2 years in a row because they're just a big bunch of
yeah, big bunch. Yeah,
jabronis.
I'm just so mad at this tag match here because Mo looks like a certain actor that's with Tyler Perry. I'm just being real. If you've seen the show Meet the Browns, y'all know what I'm talking
Oh my god, I know exactly who you're talking
about. Yeah. And then the Quebecers manager, did you realize who that was?
Who?
Look at
Wait,
their manager at ringside. I'll give you a hint. Quote the what? Nevermore?
wait, what? Huh? Wait, you're saying they're like Mabel and Visceral's manager, the guy that was rapping?
No. The Quebecers who they're taking on, their manager is ringside holding their belts. Do you recognize who that manager is?
In the green?
Yeah. Do you recognize who that is?
Let me see if I can see the face. Because I haven't seen be able to see the face. Is it somebody that like is like a famous manager?
He's very famous for having a flock.
Who is that? Who is that? I have no idea.
Usually stands like this.
I have no idea.
Usually has a sweater wrapped around his waist. He's
I'm like,
synonymous with a football team named the Ravens.
oh my god, why am I blanking on this?
I'm like, Tino's really blanking here.
I
He's famous for a DDT.
I have no idea.
Quote the Raven nevermore.
What, Raven?
Take a look at him again.
Wait, is it Raven? Interesting. Fucking Raven. Man.
This
Raven, the
WrestleMania
guy that would walk. You're saying Raven, the guy that walks around with the shopping cart.
right there.
That's
Right
funny.
there. Yeah.
Fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought? It's so crazy that like, man,
A lot of these wrestlers
that's
came
so
in under
funny.
certain things and it just wasn't their time yet. And then magically it became their time.
Man, that's so. Oh my god, that's so crazy. Now you said it, I can't unsee it.
Come on. Remember too, MJF was in WWE a long time ago.
I know it's Samoa Joe. It's so funny because I remember watching that pay-per-view and I remember seeing him, and then when he debuted, I'm like, why does this kid look so familiar? I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, ah.
But how about this? See, I'm showing my old age already. I remember seeing MJF on the Rosie O'Donnell show.
The what?
Yeah, exactly. Comedian Rosie O'Donnell had a talk show back in the day.
She said, "Story interesting." Yeah. She did.
Yeah, and she had on this little cute kid from Long Island.
Oh my god, I'm dead. Really?
Yeah, it was MJF. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. That's you just never know, man.
Never.
Just like LA Knight was on that one show with The Rock. The hero or whatever it was. He was the first one eliminated. Yeah. I always remember that because he was a professional wrestler, and I was so happy he was on it because I love wrestling. I'm like, that's who I'm going to root for. And then he got eliminated first. I'm like, that's lame.
No, Rock made sure like he got to go first.
Yep.
Okay, see now I can't unsee Mo being the guy. Oh my god.
Mo.
Yes.
Oh,
I can't unsee it now.
And that's a decision, I guess. I guess they got dragged out. A count out. You love the count. They loved their count outs back in the day, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
They love their count outs. Coming up next with special guest referee Mr. Perfect, it's Yokozuna taking on Lex Luthor. Lex Express. Yeah, bro, seeing Lex Luthor on Sunday like made me so sad. Like that was just not okay to see him in a wheelchair.
Not at all.
I was just like, he looked so skinny, Like, this is not okay. Like, this sucks. I did not know Viscera was a tag champion. That's funny.
I still want to watch Meet the Browns now.
He said, "I want to." Man, sometimes that happens. You're like, "What? Let me go watch one of these older movies now." What? After every match, we got a Columbia's video where we're going back to watch all the WrestleManias.
Mhm.
That's so funny.
Oh wow!
It's 500 you will ever wait. What? Oh,
Yeah.
called in to be an extra. I was one of the bunnies that did Miz. Stop it! Really? You were a bunny? I'm dead. That's funny.
That
I
does
didn't
sound
know
like the
that one.
easiest $500 you'll make. Oh wow!
Shit.
WrestleMania 6. Oh, I went to school just so mad the next day because Hogan lost. Like, oh my god.
Oh man, I those days too where you got to go to school and like talk to your friends about who won and lost were so great.
Those were good. Those are classic days. But here's another thing you probably didn't know. Back in the day, after a pay-per-view, the next morning in like the Monday Daily News, they would have the results of the pay-per-view.
In how they do with like football and stuff in the news and everything.
Yes, it would
That's
literally be in the newspaper. It will say WrestleMania 10 from New York City. Crush lost to Macho Man Randy Savage via count out. Like, they would go in.
Wait, so that I know which one you're talking about now. Warren, you do a lot of. Weren't you a zombie too for that? Weren't you a zombie for one of his matches too in the COVID or whatever? I think he was telling me he was a zombie.
Yeah.
Donnie freaking Wahlberg. I'm done. I quit.
Okay, so that's Donnie Wahlberg there, right? Meanwhile, we know him now as on Blue Bloods.
We have him what?
The show Blue Bloods on CBS.
Oh yeah. Blue Bloods was that show. I used to watch that show with my mom all the time.
It's still on.
Is it still on?
Yes, they just started their 13th season.
It's still going. Oh my god!
Yes.
I thought it was like way over. Holy crap!
Oh, still going.
These shows that go on and like SVU, like Law and Order is going to be on forever as long as Liv is alive.
It's there on their 26th season, I believe now.
Something like that. I don't know. We got Mr. Perfect as the special guest referee. Wait, why is there 2 world title matches? Did I miss something, or why is there 2 of them? You gotta tell me something. I'm missing something.
Remember, Owen beat Brett, right?
Yeah.
So think about it. Why is Brett now fighting Yoko for the title?
I don't know. Why is he? Because Brett screwed Brett?
Oh, Brett screwed Owen. How about that?
So is this where like all of that started then, where it was like Owen and like
Yeah, the rift between Owen and Brett started here.
Okay.
It started here.
Listen, Warren, I'm trying to figure this out. He said it was just listen, bro. I'm trying to figure this out as we go. I didn't know this. This is what DJ's here to help me out.
Man.
Amazing Yokozuna.
I forgot Jim Cornette's crazy ass.
Oh,
and
my
look, Mr. Fuji again. Mr. Fuji's the hardest working man in show business.
That's big facts, man. He just came out and reset himself. He said, I'm back. I'm with this guy now.
No, he literally changed from the black and white robe to the straight white robe. Like, what's going on? I can't. Hardest working man in show business. Get this guy a social security check. Like, seriously.
Is Mr. Fuji in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, he is.
I was gonna say, I feel like he was.
I think when he went in, he was wearing like an all black outfit and like a black like top hat when he went in. So yeah, I remember that.
That's right.
They got to bring back the Wing Championship, man. That's just classic.
Yeah, I love that design. I just don't like how they have the colors and like I don't know. It is what it is. I know they're trying to be modern, but like sometimes it's better to not change anything. Like I wish they would still have that IC title that they used to have, but
Yeah. But you know what? Since Gunther has gone his super streak, that belt will always be remembered as Gunther's.
yeah, literally that's all. Gunther's, and then maybe when Sami Zayn was running around with his conspiracy theories, that was kind of funny.
Right.
Well, like look at this man, like man, it just makes me so sad. I hate watching shit like this because then it's like I know what he like turns into, and it's like how? It's like how did that turn into like this, or this turn into that? Like it just
Yeah.
like the muscles on that man, bro. Like holy shit. He's gonna be in the video game though. How do you feel about that? What do you think about all the DLCs?
I like it. I think they did a good job with the DLC this year. I mean, some of them we kind of figured would be in there, like CM Punk and Jade, but
It's
they
nice to
got
be
Lex
confirmed
Luger.
though.
When was the last time Lex Luger was in a game?
It's been a minute because I watch a lot of the other YouTubers that do like the video game content, and they said it's been like I don't know, like I I feel like it had to be like 2014 maybe, like last time they did like the WrestleMania thing.
I thought it was 13 with freaking CM Punk on the cover, or 14, yeah.
It might be, yeah. 13 was the one with Punk on the cover. It might have been 13 or yeah.
I was just like, wow. Like, I take it back. I remember Lex Luger being in the WWF Raw game on Super Nintendo as the narcissist.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That okay. So that's who he was at WrestleMania 9 was the narcissist Lex
Yes.
Luger.
But hey, I gotta say, this Lex Express storyline they had him with, it worked during the summer. He body slammed Yokozuna and all that stuff. It worked. It made you believe like he just might do it.
I've been trying to figure this out too, and maybe you'll know because I just can't figure it out. What was Yokozuna to like The Rock and the Usos and like Roman? Would that be like an uncle?
Like an uncle or a cousin of some sort.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I was like, I wonder. Like, I after watching last night's, I'm like, I sat there and tried to find it, and I couldn't figure it out. And I even tried to look at like the family tree thing for The Rock, and I was trying, like, I just couldn't figure it out. Just like, all right.
Because they was putting full government names on there.
I mean, even Trinity was on there. Flipping Naomi was on there. I was just like, all right, sure.
That's what they doing. But yeah, technically for this WrestleMania, there were 2 heavyweight championship matches.
Okay.
This one here, and then Yoko eventually taking on, well,
so was this the original match, and then the Brett stuff happened, and then it got added?
Exactly.
Okay. Uncle. Warren says it's his uncle. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That helps. That's a fun fact. I didn't know. I was just...
And
it's crazy to see, like, the generations of, like, these... of the Samoans go. Like, as they... And the fact that they've main evented as many WrestleManias as they have is kind of sick.
is... Because you think about... And the thing about Yoko that kills me, Yoko was a huge guy, but he could move in that ring.
Yeah.
I was very surprised.
He can move a lot better than I feel like he can move kind of like Ivar. Like, Ivar can move for, like, a big guy. Like,
yeah. Ivar's been doing some things. I'm like, listen, that's not physics. Like, what's going on? You're not supposed to jump that high, that big. No.
No. It was High Chief and Yokozuna were the 2 big-time guys. Then Alpha and Sika. Okay.
Yeah, I remember when Alpha and Sika were heavily in WWF.
Alpha and Sika. I know they competed at 9. Or no, that was 5. That was Rikishi and Samu. Never mind. Mr. That we need. Why don't we have that special guest referee outfit in 2K?
You know what?
I'd love to have The Rock pull out in that. That'd be great. That would be fantastic.
That would be. God, honestly, if I'm remembering right, I think the only matches left is Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon and the championship match again. That's it.
And then Earthquake and Adam Bomb.
Like I said, there's only 2 left. That one was kind of quick.
I mean,
If it's WWE 224, that was the bathroom break.
I mean, that's. I mean, I tried to do that like right before the main events. Sometimes, oh my god, now I'm yawning. There's these bathroom breaks, bro. I mean,
those are the bathroom breaks. So,
did not know he also wore his his USA attire to WrestleMania. I thought that was like a SummerSlam thing.
no, he actually did.
Then we got Mr. Fuji waving the flag. Waving the flag.
Mr. Fuji be killing me.
Well, I'm assuming Yoko wins this match if he's facing Brett, then, right?
Yes, he does.
Okay. I was gonna say, okay. Look at that. See, it's not the first time that they're gonna have to pull double duty in the family.
Yeah, they're used to it. It's like a family tradition.
Yeah. What do you think Solo does? Do you think Solo's just in Roman's corner, or do you think they put him in a match?
I think he's just in the corner. He's not going to get a match. I
was hoping for Randy or something, but it looks like they're doing a.
Looks like Randy's getting Logan Paul.
Do you think Randy needs the title though? Like, I just don't know what's the point of giving Randy the title because we all know Logan's gonna leave after WrestleMania unless, at least for a little bit. I mean, unless they keep it. But what's the point of having the title on Logan if he's not gonna be there?
Yeah, you gotta put it on Randy. Like, give him another tour with it. That's basically it. Because they have Logan actually beat Randy. They're probably rioting in Philly.
Well, yeah, and I understand it, but it's just like you need a mid-card championship on SmackDown. Like, there's no reason for Logan just to bring it to Impulsive. Like, it's great and all to look at it on a chair, but I want to see it defended.
Right. Oh no, he signed a 3-year deal, meaning Logan Paul. But in between that deal, he might be taking some breaks in between. Because I guarantee he's probably not going to be around when Jake Paul takes on Tyson.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and like, you know what I mean, and like. Becky's probably going to take a break at some time. Seth's going to take it. Like, there's going to be a lot of people gone, so there's going to be a lot of people to like be able to like come up and try to like get like their own moment and their shine. Like Tiffany is going to be a big star going into this upcoming like season of wrestling.
I've said it so much on the podcast so many times. Tiffany will have gold around her waist before the end of this year.
Yeah. Oh, I could definitely see it.
Yes.
Like, I feel like she's somebody that, like, people aren't thinking about right now. But, like, in a year, like, right around this year, next year, like, we could be talking about Tiffany as, like, a big-time star. Because, again, like, I always say it, a lot of people don't watch NXT. So, they're like, well, who's Tiffany Stratton? It's like, well, okay, she was a former NXT champion. She lost her championship to Becky. She's had a lot of great rivalry. Like, you know, like, that's all, like, the stuff. So, it's like, people, just like LA Knight, like, they all forget about what he did in NXT. It's like, I feel like it's going to be that kind of a rise, too, where it's like all of a sudden it's going to be everybody's Tiffy time.
Literally, because she really did a great job. I couldn't believe it.
What's up, Jonathan? How you doing, bro? Thanks for stopping by. Oh. Why does he keep waving the flag? Just to distract Luke? Or Lex? Luke. Lex?
Does it all the time. That was his job. That's it.
Just to annoy people. Just to wave the flag. Imagine just getting paid to wave a flag. Just go out there and just wave the flag. Hey, no.
Job title, flag waving.
Flag waving is where it's at. Oh, shit. So did Mr. Perfect ever have like a big time match at WrestleMania?
Let me see. He did have a classic, I believe. I'm not going to say it was WrestleMania. It was a SummerSlam when he had a really big match.
Okay.
That was his big thing.
What matches are you watching, Warren? You're watching Brett and Owen exactly, or are you watching Brett and Owen matches? Yokozuna. Is that Jim Cornette? Is that who you were talking about?
Yeah, that's Jim Cornette.
Fucking Jim. Jim Cornette. All these guys, like. So
Jim Cornette got to be 300 years old at this point.
he certainly looks like it now.
Like, geez, like I could have sworn his yearbook had him and Noah's Ark in it. I swear.
He said Noah's Ark.
Yes, he's that old.
You're not wrong. And a mix of Brad Armstrong. Troll. Watch a little bit of everything, Warren. Oh, now he's giving the Undertaker. Wait, does Undertaker doesn't compete at this one? So they lied to us.
No, because technically he was still undefeated, and it'll still count if he didn't fight at WrestleMania.
I thought he competed at every WrestleMania.
That's one of the things that also pissed a lot of New Yorkers off. Because we was like, we don't get the Undertaker?
I was just thinking about that. I'm like, wait, where's Taker at? I'm like, it's WrestleMania.
Yep. Because I told him, I was like, I would have gone away with Yokozuna and Lex Luger. Give me the Undertaker versus anybody. I would have took that.
You could have done Taker and Perfect. Does he face Perfect at all?
I think in that year they did. So it was kind of surprising that they actually didn't have a match, like, at WrestleMania. But I think going into it, like, they were having like a feud of some sort.
It doesn't make sense.
No. Like that, and that's why at 20 they made sure to give us Undertaker and Kane.
See, stuff like that. Then that starts making okay.
That's why.
Because I always remember that one, because that was the one after he got buried alive when he was the American Badass, and then he came back as the Dead Man, and then he scared the hell out of me again.
Exactly.
Did you ever hear that story? Did I ever tell you that story about what happened at WrestleMania 22?
No.
So I'll have to tell you it in a second. But we got Get Show in the house. What's up, Get Show? Thank you.
What's going on, Get Show?
Hanging out. So WrestleMania 22 it was in Chicago, and obviously Undertaker had a casket match with Mark Henry.
Yes.
So my neighbor decided it would be a great idea as a 10-year-old Tino living my best life, getting ready for WrestleMania. It was lightning and thundering outside, so he decided before the match started he would go ring the doorbell and then act like Undertaker was there. And then he even put one of his older cars in the driveway to act like Undertaker pulled up to the driveway. And then after Undertaker, and while the match was going on, he kept flickering the lights on and off while the casket match was going on. And then after it's over, he gets a call and he says, I just talked to Undertaker. He's on his way. And then half an hour later, he goes and rings the doorbell and acts like, I was just like, oh my God, literally 10-year-old, scared to death, freaking out, thinking Undertaker's coming to my house and to put me in a casket after he just put Mark Henry in a casket. And it was not a good time. So I had nightmares. I was traumatized, and I was scared of Undertaker for a very long time. Because, yeah.
Damn.
It just wasn't my thing. And then I think it was finally like 25, 26. I was like, okay. But for a minute there, I was a little baby. Listen, he was scary. He just, shit.
Yeah, because back in the beginning, he was coming out with body bags. So.
I know. Or like, imagine me watching that as a cross. Is like he got Stephanie on the cross. Like, what the hell? Like that stuff be wild. Or like the urn. Like I thought that urn myth was like real. I thought the Undertaker was controlled by the urn for a long time.
That was just great acting by Mr. William Moody, aka Paul Bearer.
Wait, I watched WrestleMania 16. He was on the card, wasn't he?
No, that's 16 is actually WrestleMania 2000, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not on that card.
He isn't?
No, he's not. No.
Well, see how much I pay attention. I low-key didn't even notice that.
No, because like, think about those fans that went there and thought they was going to see the Undertaker.
Well, yeah, I'd be so mad. And it's just like I said, I always thought he competed at every single one. Fun? I did not know that. Learned something new today. Look at that.
Literally.
Did not know that. Because, yeah, I've watched 16 like a bunch, but now that you say that, yeah. Well, I guess Taker had to give a little, Yeah, that okay. So it's 15. That okay. Because then didn't he had another 2-on-1 handicap match too? Didn't he at one point?
I'm trying to think. Was it A-Train?
No, that it was A-Train and Big Show at 19. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's right. Wasn't the Big Boss Man that like cage match or whatever? The Hell in the Cell.
I know they fought. I can't remember if it was a Hell in a Cell though. Oh man, this is when you thought Lex Luger was about to do it.
Jim Cornette getting taken out. Lex about to do it. Mr. Fuji comes in the ring. Bro, like Mr. Fuji's got no socks, no shoes. He's gonna get stepped on by a big fella of Lex Luger and Mr. Perfect then counting. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4. And now he's not counting again.
It's just not gonna count.
So now do we get Perfect and Lex like down the road later this year?
Yeah, I think that was at one event they did fight each other. Yeah.
And Lex gets disqualified.
Yep. Because he put his finger on him.
I hate disqualification so much. That's the one thing that sucks is like watching a lot of these. Is like a lot of the matches ended in like such a bad way, but like some of them were like so good.
No, this one ended. It was just like what?
Champion, go Azuna, where he hanged Big Boss. Okay, yeah. So okay. So Big Boss Man, he held. Wait, he hung him from the Hell in the Cell? What? Like I remember that, but like I don't remember that.
I don't remember that myself.
He hung him from what? Like what's going on in Undertaker's head back then? What the hell was going on? Him and Paul Bearer. Maybe they weren't good together. Maybe they caused too much chaos.
Yeah, for a while they were just doing whatever the hell they wanted to do.
Mr. Perfect, we need an explanation. Right down the middle. I don't believe it. Lex about to come out and beat this guy's ass. You don't have your managers.
This was like so big back then. It was like, oh my god, they're about to kill each other.
Man, they just and like that's the thing. It's just like that's the difference between now. It's like obviously it was scripted then too, but it's like you just didn't know because of the social media where it's like you wouldn't know that like Seth and like Becky were together or like these people were friends or like like people like watch the other companies if there were social medias around like.
Yep.
I mean, Vince, you're the one that's writing it though, bro. So. Cherry. Oh, damn, Jerry's. You hear Jerry talking about you like that? Mouthing New Yorkers? Damn.
Just horrible.
You're a horrible person, bro.
Yeah. He always hated New Yorkers for some strange reason.
Another Coliseum video. Which WrestleMania are we going back to now? WrestleMania 8. 6, 5, 7? No, 7. I think. Bro, yeah, okay. What was the point of this blindfold match? I watched this and it made no sense. But just imagine. Like imagine, like two people having a blindfold match.
Literally, the blind leading the blind.
Oh, we's gonna put it in his hand. as Adam Bomb and Earthquake are up next before we get to the final two matches of the show.
Yes.
The two matches that we actually want to watch, or at least one match that I want to watch. Ladder match is where it's at.
Hey, it's when Howard Finkel was down.
Why does Howard Finkel right now look like James Ellsworth? Why is James Ellsworth and Howard Finkel related? They got like the same little chin.
Oh, wow.
Come on.
You got him.
He got his ass.
Got him.
Is that Bomb?
Yep.
Adam Bomb. Here comes Earthquake.
Bomb.
He just looks like a tall MFer that just wants to. Earthquake, bro. Earthquake was a earthquake, man.
Was an earthquake.
Is this match like 5 seconds?
Don't blink. Don't blink.
That's so funny.
Here comes the big power slam.
It's the biggest power slam heard around the world.
And then next thing you know, it sounds like an 8.5 on the Richter scale.
What is he playing? I'm so done. That's so bad. I would not want to take that move. Well, that was quick. So happy I didn't put a poll for that one.
I told you, don't blink.
Well, now, guys, it is time for the ladder match. Razor Ramon, the bad guy, taking on Shawn Michaels for both IC championships. In the first ever ladder match is right at WrestleMania, the first one ever.
First one.
First one ever. They only had one ladder, right?
I think there was multiple ladders in this match.
Was there? Okay.
I think there was. But the big one was the one that Razor Ramon famously goes under in his entrance.
One more time. The Hitman, bro. So why didn't Shawn and Razor main event?
Basically because they felt like it was supposed to be a championship match or WWE championship. They were still on that thing then, where it was like the heavyweight title should be main eventing no matter what.
I don't know. It don't make sense.
Yeah, I would have been like, nope, sorry. There was a title on the line, so should have been Razor.
Jim Cornette. That's all that matters. They the champion.
Mm-hmm.
Warren, what'd you send me? What kind of clips you sending me? Oh. The Undertaker. Great. I'm not going to watch it. I want to see how it's played out on and at the show. Very interesting. Your help. Your everything. Leg's falling asleep a little. A couple days ago, man, my whole entire side of my leg fell asleep. I was sitting there hitting it for 5 minutes.
Oh damn!
Not fun.
No, that doesn't even sound like fun.
No, I think I sit too long. It's these long streams sometimes.
Yeah, they will catch up with you.
Especially Raw, man. Raw is just
Raw, man. That sometimes Raw could be interesting, and sometimes it's like watching paint dry.
Literally, it's just so bad. It's just I just can't. That's why football helped so much when it was on, because Monday Night Football would fly, and then it would make Raw so much better.
Exactly. You'd be like, oh, just catch it to where they're at.
He's mad. He's hungry. He's angry. He's mad. Oh my, I'm so tired of it. Bro, the greatest, if we have to hear the greatest WrestleMania of all time ever, I'm so sick of it. Literally, every year, it's the greatest WrestleMania of all time.
No.
Biggest match of all time. It's just like, can we just say, like, it's not the greatest of all time and just hope it is?
Another Coliseum home video.
Every time. Speaking of The Undertaker, there he is.
Oof.
That's all you guys got of The Undertaker was a little 5-second clip of 1982. And you can't even see it. They don't even got like the video boards.
Yep.
But it's now time for the ladder match that broke the world, that became iconic, and that is one of the greatest of all time. Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon. I'm so happy in the game you can do this too. You could have like double title matches like this.
Yes, actually makes sense.
Right? Makes sense. It's like the logic of these people sometimes. It's like, can we like it just makes more sense if you do it the way it was done in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Ha, ha, ha. Who's managing him right now, or is he by himself?
I thought he was by himself, but did he come out with Diesel?
What's
Yeah, he
Diesel?
comes out with Diesel.
Yeah, that's right. Diesel is around. That's right. Because I think he gets kicked out halfway through the match.
Yep.
I think I actually have this figure too with Shawn Michaels. I have too many figures, bro.
How many figures we talking about?
Too many. A lot.
Over 100?
Yeah. And that's just probably loose. That's not counting my box figures.
Damn.
So I got loose figures and I got box figures. And I got Funko Pops. I've been trying to sell some of my Funko Pops because I've just realized that they make so many of the same superstars. It's like there's only a few that are actually valuable. It's like a John Cena. They make 50 of them, so there's only like 2 or 3 that are actually valuable.
Right.
And I don't need every John Cena when I have like 10 John Cena figures, and they all just make the same attire. It's just Funko's version.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. The Funko eyes kind of scare me sometimes.
Yeah, especially at night. You just happen to look
Right?
at one. Yeah.
I'm just like, go away. That's why I put them all like on the side. Like I don't put them facing. I put them on the side. I'm like, nah. All of you are probably looking at me. My grandma asked me one time. She kind of not there all the time. She goes Trent, or Trent is my actual name. She goes, Trent, do you talk to your figures? I go, no, Grandma, I don't talk to my figures. It's like, no. Like, that's not how that works.
No.
We got the bad guy, Razor Ramon. So this was how long until NWO actually started?
Okay, I think it's 94, so probably 96.
Okay, so 96, 97. Okay.
Yeah, 96, 97.
The face of Shawn Michaels. Because he's stupid, he says, damn. I like Razor's attire.
Yeah, it's classic attire. But it fit with all the razors everywhere.
Oh, what happened?
Uh-oh.
I don't. You just came in and went out for a second.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know. It happened earlier when I was doing my baseball one. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm still good here.
Gotta love technology. Probably mine. My internet's been shitty for a while. It just doesn't seem to work when it wants to.
Gotta love
and it works when it wants to, when I have nothing to do, and then it doesn't work when I have all these things to do. It's like, all right. Whatever. But ladder match beginning.
Yep.
Were you the only person that like watched wrestling, or like there are other people in your family that did? Like, would you watch it with, like everybody?
Well, actually, I was almost born in Madison Square Garden. My mom and dad went to a wrestling event, which was like every Friday night at Madison Square Garden. And my mom got a little bit too crazy when Bruno Sammartino came out. So
That one wild night at a wrestling show in Madison Square Garden, and DJ was born.
literally, so
And that's now we know why you like wrestling so much.
yeah, it was part of my life. Like I could always get it. My mother would never have a problem with any of the 4 pay-per-views: WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. Can order those automatically without hesitation. The other ones, I had to, do some extra chores,
Yeah.
butter her up a little bit.
That's how it always was. It's like, and then it became a problem when they started doing like 2 in a month, and then it was like, Mom, like, get it, and then it was like, but it just became to the point though too where it was like they just were so bad that like now I rewatch them, I'm like, thank God I didn't spend some of the money on these because it's just like they weren't worth it.
They really weren't.
But in the moment, we're like, we need to watch this, and then it's like even the AEW pay-per-views, like some of them just are not worth the $50.
$50. That's why I think I'm wanting them to go to a streaming service so bad.
I've been saying it for a while. Just go to HBO or something. It just makes so much sense. I'd rather pay like $20 a month for HBO and use all of HBO and get the AEW stuff.
Right.
Just like Netflix. I'm gonna have to get Netflix, and I don't have Netflix, but I'm gonna have to get Netflix to watch the WWE stuff. That's the only reason why I have Peacock, but now I kind of watch everything on Peacock, so now I need to keep Peacock, of course. But
I always have Peacock there, so. Here comes Diesel.
Always.
There goes Diesel.
I wonder if you do a ladder match in 2K24 at WrestleMania 10. I wonder if the ladders come out as the red ladders.
That would be a nice touch.
I wonder. Because that would be really cool if you could like customize the ladders to like look a certain way.
Right. Or they just automatically have it in there as the WrestleMania 10 ladder.
Yeah. And there goes Diesel. That was quicker than I thought it was.
Oh, no, it was really quick because they really was just most highlights you see is of Shawn Michaels and Razor. Never with Diesel outside.
Flying out, going to Madison Square Garden. Bye-bye.
Well, you got to remember, too, this pay-per-view you said was like 2 hours and about 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we got literally one match left, and it says there's still like 30 minutes left, so.
Yep. This is where they put on a show.
Razor Ramon. Have you been to any? What's the most recent WWE show you've been to?
Ooh, that one's been a while. Probably when I took my son to the holiday show about 5 years ago.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, it's been a while for WWE. It's been definitely a while.
Slamming Shawn Michaels down. Getting them. Looks like there is only one ladder. I thought there was more, too.
Oh, yeah, that was a stiff punch right there from Razor. Jesus.
Oh, there goes Razor. Ow. Look at that hardwood floor, man. Nah.
Yeah. That's just straight concrete.
Concrete that I'm not trying to mess with. Uh-oh. Going to get the ladder.
First time.
People are like, what's a ladder match? Like, I remember as a, I don't even know how old I would have been. Probably 12? No, WrestleMania 20. What year was WrestleMania 20?
That was 2004.
4?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was 8. I remember looking up on WWE.com and asking my family and asking my mom and dad what a Money in the Bank match was. I always remember that moment, like looking. You remember, like when they would put like the matches on there, and
Yep.
like they had like Money in the Bank, and I was like, "What is Money in the Bank mean?" I'm like, I have no idea. I'm like, all right, well, here we are. They should just keep that at WrestleMania. Do night one women, night two men, night one men, night two women. Nice and easy. Then everybody has something to do on the card. And then we don't got Liv Crybaby fans because I'm about to hit people if they. Bro, I love Liv Morgan. Can't deal with the people though. It's like, go away.
No, they're just trying to make an excuse for her. Don't get me wrong; she's a good wrestler and everything, but it's not her time.
No. And again, half of the dudes just like her because she's pretty blonde and a nerdy girl that likes football and plays video games. Let's be real.
Right. That's literally the only reason why.
It's just like, come on. Again, she's good. She's talented. She's gonna have her moment, but it's just like it's not it. But the fact that these two did this with just one ladder too is kind of crazy.
That's what makes it a classic. One ladder.
Like, and it's literally like a ladder you would use to like work on your house. It's not like at least it looks like it.
Wow.
I still cannot believe this was like the fact that they went this long without like a ladder match is kind of crazy too.
Yeah, and that's when it started becoming popular.
And then obviously the next thing was the TLC.
Yep, it was kind of the remix to the ladder match.
What's up, Miss Na? What's up, Nala? My dog don't even want to look at me. She said, "I'm going to bed." All right.
It's like you were just watching Men on a Mission earlier. Stop.
Oh my god. It's just so it's like when we watching these two, it's like seeing like the evolution throughout the years, and then there's his full ass.
Yep.
Did you? They didn't blur that out. You can see his full butt cheeks right there. That ain't PG.
Nope.
Oh my god! Certainly a heartbreak kid. Oh my god! I was expecting them to like blur it out.
Nope.
I'm so used to it. Did you see the reason why they were blocking out last Friday too? Because of that sign.
Yeah, they literally kept doing that.
I was wondering. I'm like, why does it keep happening? I'm like, this man is not saying anything like crazy. And I was like, oh. Even the signs like back then though, like the signs were like wild.
Said a lot.
Oh, it's the famous moment, DJ.
Yes, it is.
It's the moment we've seen a million times as he jumps off the top rope. Oh, picture. It's just so funny. I'm watching the moments now as they like happen for the first time, and I'm like, it like replays in my head over and over again.
Even though we see it in like promos,
Literally, every video package, every single one. It's just like, okay. Was the main event like long, or is this match like the long one, or the like?
This one is the long one.
Okay.
This one was the long one.
Because I feel like Yoko was also one that wasn't able to compete like for like a long period of time.
No, it was not quick, like earthquake quick, but it was pretty quick.
He said not like earthquake quick.
No, because earthquake.
Is earthquake like Otis? Was that Otis back in the day?
Yeah,
earthquake?
Yeah, he definitely was.
Except no Mac.
Trying to make him into a big monster, it didn't work.
Wow, Vincent is goddamn monsters, man. That's all he wanted in life was monsters.
Literally.
The last match. The last match.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what? Oh. I can't picture either one of them. I want to see somebody use like one side of the ladder, kind of like what Kofi tried to do that one year, but like actually do it.
They probably will sooner or later.
The spot like Shelton Benjamin, man, the stuff Shelton Benjamin used to do in these ladder matches was insane.
Him, Kofi, Ricochet to a point, like it's utterly ridiculous.
Who do you think's gonna win that gauntlet match?
Who's the participant again?
It's Reed, Gable, Ivar. Oh, let me see if I have it. I think I actually have the picture still. I do. It is Ricochet, Gable, Sammy, Reed, Shinsuke, and JD.
Chad.
So that's what I think too. I think it's going to be Chad's time. I think Chad beats Gunther.
I don't want that because I love the ring general, but yeah.
I mean, he would do so much for Gable, though. It would just be like finally put him on the map. I think that he knows that he deserves and that he rightfully deserves after everything that he's done and everything that he's been through.
Right.
See that poor Shorty G character, whatever the hell that was.
That was. Let's not talk about it.
Like we were talking about blocking out memories. That's like a blocking out memory part.
Yeah, that was just bad. That was bad.
Even looking at like the way the whole entire thing is set up, just like how like not even like dungy or whatever it looks. It's just like how much they have like now, where like you would see no cords, you'd see like nothing of anything. Like they got that stuff under the tables.
Exactly.
I always like the entrance like that, like with what would you call that? Like the barricade. What would those things be called right now?
Oh yeah, that's the
like the bars or whatever. I don't know. I like those more than like the barricade.
Oh, the all-in-one barricade that goes all the way around.
Yeah, I don't know. But I get it. Did you also see the people that are upset about getting hit with glass at Revolution and then they don't care apparently?
They don't care because they put up a big notice beforehand.
Well, yeah, and again, I feel like you should know that if you've watched AEW, you know they do some crazy ass shit.
Right. Did you just realize it when you saw Darby move out of the way?
Right, I feel like if you see him standing there, don't you like move backwards?
Right, I'll be like, oh, this is not gonna end well.
Nah, like I'll leave my chair right there. I'll like and I get like the glass, like I'm stepping on glass and everything, but I mean, that's why they say don't try it at home, and that's just what happens,
Yeah, don't try it anywhere.
Oh damn, Sean taking out Razor. Shawn Michaels. What Stone Cold's first one is 13, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 13.
So 13 is kind of like the new era then, like with like Austin and like all of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Because obviously next year's all about like Sean or not Sean. No, that's 12. Number 11. I don't know what number 11's like big thing is. Is it really Lawrence Taylor? Is he like the big thing in number 11? Is that what it is?
Yeah, he was the big thing there because he was the big celebrity match.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
He was.
Retaliation. Suplex. Oh shit. Oh damn. Ooh.
Yep.
So now what do they do? The ladder broke. I thought it did. I guess not. Man. Like that would be the thing though. Like what would you do? Like now they just go grab another ladder.
Yeah.
They brought out like do they got more ladders? Did Vince like prepare?
Oh yeah, he always had extras.
I hope so. It's crazy to think about though that they started with one ladder and now they have like literally you watch a ladder match and they're literally everywhere.
Yeah, they just cleaned out a freaking like Home Depot or Lowe's beforehand.
I mean, whatever gets the job done, right?
That is true.
What is my opinion on what Bianca drama? We got Bianca drama.
Yeah.
What's
Seems like
Bianca drama?
WWE and 2K, obviously is putting out promo stuff for the video game, which officially gets released tomorrow.
Oh, is that?
And
Oh, is it
yeah,
the idiot on Instagram that was calling her because she? Oh man, people,
yeah,
man, why? Like, oh man, it's just like,
bad.
come
It
on,
was bad. It was really, really bad.
man. It's just like, why?
It was
Like,
really
there's just no reason. Like, we're just, oh man, it pisses me off. Because it's like I have friends, I have like people that like I've been friends with for a long time, and it's just like why? Like, who cares? Like, we're all the same. We're all the same. That's that's all there is to it. People just people just suck.
Yeah, I don't know if the guy's thing has been blocked or suspended or whatever, but yeah, it was a lot today.
Oh,
He
I
was
saw the first
trending.
comment.
Like,
Like I saw
okay.
like somebody posted like the first thing, and I just like, man, just leave these poor people alone. They're just living their lives. They're doing, man, like her and Montez just came out with that show. It's just like, why? Like, what is wrong
Yeah.
with people? I've watched 2 episodes, and I feel like I've learned more about Montez and Bianca than I've been watching wrestling for the last 6 years, 7 years with them.
Oh, you have no idea. Yeah, you gotta watch them all, man. It's
Oh, do
really,
I?
really good. Really
Oh,
good.
I've been trying to watch here and there because like I told you, addicted. I'll watch an episode and then I'll watch another and then another. So I'm
Keep
watching
doing it.
2 at a
Keep
time.
it to the end.
I don't want to finish it too fast because I don't got too many shows left to watch, especially with shows ending and then them
Yeah.
kind of coming back. I'm like, I watch too much TV. That's the problem. Like I watch all the reality shows. I watch I just watched you got to watch that new movie on Amazon Prime if you guys have it, the Ricky Sticky with John Cena. It just came out
Okay.
today. I watched it this morning. Oh my god, it's so funny. You'll just sit there and laugh your ass off for an hour. It's hysterical.
Okay.
It's with
Gotta
him,
check that out.
Zach Efron, and then a few other people. I forgot what their names were,
Okay.
but he's the stuff that he does is just hysterical. The fact that he can go on there and like I think about him as a wrestler, and people still probably think about him as like a funny actor, and it's just like if you only knew like what this man really did,
Literally.
man. He's trying to pull the move where you put the ladder over him and he can't get up. Uh-oh.
Exactly.
Man.
He tries.
Nah, Sean. My match definitely didn't look like this while I played the showcase. I'm just trying to follow the objectives.
Yeah. Let me get to the first one, then the second one, then the third one.
Oh man, getting your leg stuck like that probably had to hurt like a biatch.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I just no. We've seen a few people do that who get stuck in the ladder. Like with CM Punk when he won, was it 24 that he won where Jericho got stuck in the ladder?
Yep.
He's
this
out.
was classic.
And Razor Ramon is your winner. And I did not know until I played this showcase that he actually fell. I thought he grabbed it and then did his
No, that's why they always have that fall animation in the game. It's because of Razor.
Thank God.
Yeah, it's kind of like an ode to him, I guess. But yeah, he was the first one, so.
Okay. Troll. First ever ladder match in the books. And you guys know how it went 30 years today. We still having ladder matches.
Still.
When was the last ladder match? I can't even remember. Was it Money in the Bank?
I think so.
That's crazy. Man, they used to do like ladder matches just randomly on like a Raw for like the IC title. Oh, and then we got the pose.
The infamous pose.
Infamous. Love and life. And then Vince said, you know what, this was just so great. We got to bring in 20 ladders next. It's good shit.
That's might want to pay
Oh,
attention to this.
but we got IRS guys. We got fucking Jeff Jarrett. Is that Sika?
Mm-hmm.
Troll? Looks like we ain't having a 10-man tag. Looks like it's main event time, everybody. It's Yokozuna and Bret Hart. But first, we got to talk to the president again. We got exactly 26 minutes left. Something like that. If you take out all the little shenanigans that they do after, probably like 20. For $1 million man. Man, the fact that Ted just paid everybody off at was it WrestleMania 4 with the tournament? Or was that was 4, right? With the tournament?
That was 4.
Yeah, man, he just paid everybody off and he just lived his best life, and then you can't get to the end and then just lose like that. Back to Columbus videos or Coliseum videos. This is so great. All right, so yeah, so it's 94. So we're at 94 now. Okay, so I was right. Okay, Randy said. See, I will say I really like the scenery. Like, I think the outside ones are so cool.
It was nice. It was really, really nice.
Chelsea in the Bank. Yeah, what do you think for the women? Do you think Chelsea will win Money in the Bank? Or could win Money in the Bank? Is this the first one also without Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, first full one without Hulk Hogan.
Okay. Because obviously he was in the tag match and then he did the shenanigans at 9, but...
Right.
We got Bret the Hitman Hart back. Again. Bro, like, now they would have... Like the evolution of, like, these video packages are just so insane.
It is.
Is this the kind of music you listened to back in the day?
Hey, it was everything. MTV was just starting to get big.
Man, MTV. Oh, the good old days of MTV, man.
It was just starting to get good.
MTV was I would literally just keep MTV on all day.
You could. Now you can't because they just run shows all day.
Yeah. It's usually Catfish all day or like ridiculousness.
Yeah, one or the other.
And I've seen every episode of Catfish about like 2 or 3 times, so I'm tired of watching Catfish.
Because you know all the spots.
Yeah, I know it all now. I know how not to get catfished. I know how to catfish if I wanted to catfish. I know. I'm just like, no. The fact that people are still doing it fucking 12 years later and the show's been out is just...
Right. Like, what's wrong with you?
Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know if I'm you, but I cannot catfish somebody. I'm trying to talk to them. I'm trying to meet them. I'm trying to hang out. I'm trying to, like, like, what are we doing here? People that have relationships for, like, 10 years. Like, nah. First thing I do with a girl now, I'm like, can we FaceTime? I'm like, I'll send you a link. I'm like, let's say what's up. Just make sure you're real. I'm like, I don't care.
Exactly. I want to know that you are real.
You don't know who's who, and people will try to do anything to just get scammers or anything, and it's just like
makes no sense.
Nope. I miss like I said, like the old MTV, like TRL and the Next or Parental Control or like I'm sure there was stuff even way back but
it was a lot. Those are good days when you could watch TV.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Man, Yoko's just one big fella.
He is. Just big for no reason.
Did you watch his was it the Dark Side of the Ring or the Legends of him?
I think it was the Legends of him. No, I didn't get to see it though.
I'm behind on this season, but they're all just so good. I feel like I've learned like so much like about like all of them, just about like what they've like what they go through and like what they've had to go through like at like periods of time, and then it's like damn, like can you see it like how like with Macho Man we were kind of like saying like how it's like his downfall.
Yep.
It just like everybody's just trying to survive, do their stuff, you know.
Right.
So did you go to 22?
No, I didn't go to 20.
Okay. Did you try to go to 20?
I tried, but I was
Okay.
like, nah, I can't do it.
At least, who's this? Oh, it's he's back. Get him out of here. Oh, we got the guest ring announcer. Industry. Who's this chick?
That was 90210.
That girl was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Burt Reynolds was like the Leonardo DiCaprio of 2024. Like he was just that big of a guy then.
He was just he was just he was the number one guy.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy too, like how like these people just go up and down, like how they're really famous and then nobody talks about them, and then it's like they're really big.
Yep.
Who do you think hosts WrestleMania this year?
I would think you will probably want to do let me see. New Day?
Would you do Big E or would you do all of New Day?
Big E probably.
Would you do I would do Big E and Punk if I were them. After like the stuff that they had at the press conference, I think that'd be hysterical for 2 nights.
Yeah, those two will probably do good. Either one of them, honestly, I'll go with.
It would be a good way too to bring in and have Big E a part of something, as he hasn't been like around too much besides like up, down, down, and like the press thing.
Right.
We got Mr. Roddy looking good, sir. Mr. Roddy Piper, man. He's another one. Like watching the fall of Roddy Piper is just so like, oh, making me so sad watching some of these guys. That's like the only thing I hate about watching these older ones is that like a lot of these guys either aren't here or they're just really old now, and it's just like so sad.
Yeah. Just Father Time is undefeated.
And it's not slowing down. It seems to be going by faster and faster.
Yeah. Before you blink, you're already like 40.
Don't say that, man. Don't say that. I was excited to turn 21, and then it all went downhill after that. And I don't even drink.
Yeah, it goes down. It does. It goes by quickly.
Wrestling Federation. So he's the special guest in this one, right?
Yes, he's a special guest ref.
So why doesn't he have the ref shirt on? He should have come out with the Mr. Perfect look.
Nobody wants that Mr. Perfect look.
Just Mr. Perfect.
Literally.
It took me a long time to realize that was Curtis Axel's dad, and then once I realized it, that he was at the Hall of Fame speech, was even crazier. Like if you watch it, you see Curtis Axel standing there, and I'm like, oh my god. Other fact, what about how we had Roman and Cody in the room together, like back in like 2007 or 8 when Dusty and who else was it that was inducted or whatever? I think it was one of the Samoans.
Oh wow, okay.
Like Aka or whatever. They were all in the same room together. It's like so crazy to think about. Like, I don't know. You just never really know. That's why I always tell people too. You got to watch out for these security guards. You got to always pay attention. You don't know who's the next big star.
Literally.
So is this like the 2 big years for Yoko? Was this like his big run, like these 2 years?
Yes, it was.
And then did he just get out of the, like, what happened? Did like something like else happened, or was this just when it all kind of like
it just kind of fizzled out for him? He was like a major like attraction, but once that attraction wears off,
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Something new comes around, you know. It's always about that new thing.
Exactly.
People always want to be a part of the new. And then once it fades, it's like it really fades.
And it
We
did
got a
fade really quickly.
half-beaten Bret Hart. Not as happy as he was in the beginning of the show.
Mm-mm.
And Yoko's about to beat that ass. Would you rather take a Rikishi move, or would you rather take chops from Gunther or Gunther?
Rikishi, please.
He said Rikishi, please. He said I'll save my chest.
Yes, I won't have a chest messing with Gunther.
Man,
No.
Gunther. I agree with you. I do the same thing, but
I'll just close my eyes and pray it's over.
yeah, because
Rikishi.
at least man, Gunther. I mean, the marks that man leaves on people. Did
Yeah,
you
I
see
can't
that
do it.
16-year-old video of him that just resurfaced like a couple weeks ago?
No.
It was him doing a promo as like a 16-year-old, and he's all like pudgy and like big and like has nothing.
Yeah.
And like, I'm just like, oh my god, like it's just like the transformation of Gunther and Walter is crazy. And the fact that he made the name Gunther, remember when everybody hated that and was so mad about
Yep.
it? Like he made that his name, and I think he said it in an interview. It's like it doesn't matter what the name is; it's matter what you make of the name. And it's like you could have the biggest, dumbest name in the world, but you make a name for it, like
It works.
yeah,
And that's
like
what they
Doink.
did for him.
Like people, I mean, Doink isn't the most whatever, but he was a clown, and people remember him. I mean,
Literally, they do.
you know, that's what That's why these people are so successful, is because they're just able to do it. Just like the Miz. Like the Miz doesn't. Miz talks about how he was always that shy kid, and then he became the Miz, and then all of a sudden he's like this big superstar and
Yep.
living the best life. We all want to. I want to live Miz's life.
Give me half of it, honestly.
Yeah. He's now in association too with the Cleveland Browns. I know, I mean, the Cleveland Browns, but if I was in association with like the Bears or like you were with like one of the New York teams, I mean, like, hey, now, like that's all it takes.
Yeah. That's a big moment right there.
You said you're a Giants fan? Did I ask you about football? Giants, right?
Giants fan.
Okay. So you were a Giants fan when Eli beat Brady twice?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, I lost so much money those two Super Bowls. I was so sad.
I love it because anytime I see Tom Brady, I'm like, "Where's your other two rings?"
He said, "What's your other two?"
Oh,
Man,
yeah, that's right.
Eli at the Pro Bowl was great. Eli was just having the time of his life.
Like literally, it's all fun for him now. He doesn't even care.
I mean, that's what it should be after it's over. Like Brady and Eli, you know what I mean? Like they should be able to go back and forth now because it's over. It's been a while. It's been like, and the fact that we're even saying that is sickening because, like I said, that Super Bowl.
Who has it?
I remember when Tyree was Tyree, right? That made the catch. Man,
Yep.
That was just like I still remember watching that play and just being like, how in the hell did this guy catch it? Like it still doesn't make sense to me.
A lot of people do, but hey, David Tyree can eat free in New York anywhere, anytime.
Anywhere, ever. Shit, I think it was like 2 years ago I watched a documentary and they were still talking about it. It's just like that, that's how like we were talking about sports earlier. Like that's just like a moment, like the first manager to win like the Super Bowl for the Bears, they're gonna get a key to the city.
Yeah, literally.
Like let's be real here. Like the Bears wanted so bad, like the fact that they have now the first pick again is just like probably gonna fuck it up, but is what it is.
Give them some time. Give them some time. They might
We'll
get
see.
it right.
I got no hope for them. I got no hope for any of my sports teams. I just hope for the best and just watch and pray. They've let me down too much. I used to be that. I used to be really bad where I would have like a panic attack if they lost. Like if they lost, I couldn't like talk to nobody for the day. Like I was like that bad. Like I would like yell at you because I was just mad.
Damn.
And I finally realized I'm like I can't get so mad.
Yeah, it's not real. It happens.
Yeah.
You go on certain spurts for a couple of years.
Yeah.
That means yours is just coming sooner rather than later.
Oh, I know. I just wish I had LA money, just where we could hand out money to Shohei Ohtani's and shit like that.
Right.
That would be nice. Jim Cornette's back out there.
Yes, he is.
Is he?
And Brett is trying his hardest to punch
Is
Yoko's
that a
face.
ping pong paddle? Is that what that is? Is that like a
Yes, it
paddle?
is. It's a ping pong paddle.
Roddy beating the crap out of Cornette. Be confident, Tino. I mean, that's true. The Texans are a great example. The Texans just did the right thing. They drafted one offensive guy and one defensive guy, and that's all it took. And
they pulled it off.
Yeah. I was rooting for them. I was hoping. But after they won that first game, I was like, well, that was it. There's always that team every year, though, that, like, you kind of want to win, but, like, they're not, like, you know.
Yeah. But Texans are pretty good, though. That move to get C.J. Stroud was the best.
Yeah. Now the Panthers are stuck with Bryce Young's useless ass.
Yep.
That's why it's just like with like the whole Caleb Williams thing. I just don't know, man. Like I just like they do what they do. They trade Justin, they trade him. I just make a decision.
Yeah, you won't want to make that before the draft. Maybe a week or two. That's about it. Don't wait till the last minute. It's gonna hurt it.
Well, that's the thing, and that's like because people are saying like making the trade on draft day. It's like, well, if you're gonna like, I feel like you just need to make the decision. Like, what are we doing? Like, think about it. We've had time. You know what I feel like you know what he has, and just I feel like I'm watching a little bit of like draft day, where it's like they're trying to make the decision on if they want to draft Sam Callaway or Callahan or whatever the hell his name was.
No, it definitely feels like that.
I didn't even think the Brett and Yoko match was this long.
Yeah, it's almost to the end. But I was surprised too. Now watching it over again, I'm like, why was this long?
And was Roddy gone at this time for a little bit of time? Is that why he was the special guest? Is just to have him on the show?
Yeah, he was gone for a little while.
Okay. It's so weird though, like that. Like as I watch these two, it's like you see them compete, and then you see them go into like a special guest role, kind of like how like they did with like Austin, and then like they did with Cena, and then they, you know what I mean? It's like they always have like these few people that like come back for a little bit, they do a couple things, and then they're gone, and then.
Yep. It seems like every year they pick one or two people to do the exact same thing you just said.
Just
always like
way. Just like how like with like how I was saying, like they have like a triple threat every 5 years since like WrestleMania like 20. They've had a triple threat every 5 years at WrestleMania. It's like, well, is that going to happen again, or it's just like, come on? I know I'm not the only one that does these as we watch them.
No, that is.
There's just so much. There's so much similarities to so many things. It's gross. Yokozuna. We got 27 people here in the chat. We've had about 27, 30 throughout the whole night. So thank you guys all stopping by, hanging out.
That's good.
I know, right? Appreciate all your promoting must have worked. You know, appreciate you, DJ.
I'm pretty good at it. It's good.
I'm just gonna start hiring you to do my promoting.
Hey, might need to talk, man.
I'll send you a royalty check.
Brett starts cooking.
Brett starts cooking.
What
is he cooking?
A couple of knee drops off the top.
Couple knee drops.
Back in his leg. He's like, I'm so close.
What was with the leg drops and the knee drops? It's like, is that what everybody liked to use throughout the whole like show and the whole like everything?
It seemed like it that
whole,
time
like,
it was.
It's like Hulk Hogan. Like I feel like he's won like every match with his like infamous leg drop, but like a leg drop would just be like somebody just doing that now. But like that was his
finishing move for him. Yep. This is crazy.
I mean, Lex Luthor kind of like lost. but I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he lost. Definitely lost.
Big slap. Piper.
And that was it. That was it.
Oh, I must be a couple minutes or a couple seconds behind because I still haven't seen it yet. He's about to go on the top rope.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
Okay, well, Bo Callahan. There we go. Was it Bo Callahan? I thought it was. I don't know. I don't remember. So how does Brett win? Does he? Oh, so he misses the leg drop and then rolls him up.
Something like that.
He said something like that. I mean, I guess you can't really roll him up, but 1, 2, 3, and Bret Hart is your WWF World Champion. And is that how we end WrestleMania 10? Just the celebration? Is there something else that we should wait for?
Nope, that was it.
That was it. Well, guys, we got through another one. We're 10 down. And we got 5 left to go as we are 4 weeks away to WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia. So, DJ, I want to say thank you, man, for coming and hanging out for almost 3 hours of the show. Rewatching this one with me.
Yes.
So what do you think now that you rewatched it? Is it still as good as you remember?
Yes, maybe for a certain Meet the Brown not being in it. Yes, I definitely remember it being good. Yes.
I mean, hey, oh shit, Yoko running out. He did not happy guy. But Brett's the world champion, and then we'll be on to WrestleMania 11 next Tuesday. So, DJ, if you want to let everybody know where they can go find you, what you got going down, you do anything for all the AEWs, all the shows, WrestleMania, and all that.
Yes, definitely tune in to not only myself, DJ Notorious, but Cyber Yeti. We are the Wrestling Revival Podcast each and every Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, or immediately after Dynamite, because they like to do those overruns now on TV.
Always.
As we go through everything, all the week's worth of news, good, bad, and indifferent. I even call some people to the front of the congregation to have a word with them for just being dumb people, all in the world of wrestling. So definitely check us out. And we are all over social media, the Wrestling Revival Podcast on IG, TWRP_official on X, and then on TikTok. Yes, we are on TikTok, TWRP_official_. Check us out.
Hey, there we go, DJ. I appreciate you, man. This will definitely not be the last time. And next time, maybe we'll get Cyber in and we can do something. If you ever want to have me on the show, I'm always down to come on and talk wrestling or whatever you want to talk about. Got to do something with Cyber next time. We got to get Cyber on the show somehow, some way.
Yes,
when he's not so busy.
No,
so
we definitely will, and you will be a guest on eventually. But very soon we're gonna have our first ever guest on the show. I wish I could release the name or name
can't
of
give
that
all of us, guys.
But
can't do it. I feel
you. It's so big.
Yeah, I feel it.
Surprise.
There you go. Well, that's good. You're teasing us now. We gotta go find out. We gotta figure out who this guest is. So yes. I'm gonna play a little game with the people and see everybody that was here today. We're gonna try to guess who it is, and I'm gonna let you know who they guess.
Okay, yeah, definitely do that.
Is it a wrestling? One hint: is it a wrestling person?
It could be a wrestling person or a wrestling group.
Okay, well, that's all I need to know. I won't ask you anything else. That's all. I'll send you our guess after SmackDown tomorrow.
All right, cool.
Literally, I'm going to ask the chat and see what they say. So, DJ, though, man, I appreciate you coming on and staying for the whole show. Guys, go check out DJ. All of his links will be in the description. If you want to send them all to me in the text message, I could just copy and paste it and then make it easier. So, go follow DJ. Go follow Cyber. Follow the Wrestling Revival. And go and do all that good stuff, guys, because DJ is one of the best out there. So, guys, thank you for all coming here and hanging out. Tonight's MVP is Eric, because Eric was here for most of the show. So, Eric, thank you so much for coming here and hanging out. But, guys, that's all I got here for you today. Go check out the Southside Boys as we were here earlier today. Go check out all the social medias on the ticker below. Go become a member, leave a super chat or do all that good stuff. Go get some merchandise if you can. But if you can't do any of that, I understand. But make sure you do these three things. You hit that like button if you have not yet. You subscribe. As we hit 1750, guys, we've been on it for a little bit. We are now 50 away to 1,800 subscribers. So hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And lastly, turn that notification button on so you know when we go live next, which will be tomorrow night for Friday Night SmackDown. We'll have Lamar, the man of the 10K, back. So, guys, enjoy the rest of your Thursday night, and I'll see y'all back here tomorrow on Tino's time for another Friday Night SmackDown.